Hey y'all, hey, what's going on? Happy Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Y'all do me a favor. Y'all know what I want to see. Share, share, share. Invite. All of that good stuff. Let's see. Oh.
Okay.
Let's go. You got a notification for my live today? Oh, snap. Did you go in there and mess with it like under the team thing, or did it just send it out to you? Hey, Mika Finance. Who's going live with me? Because y'all know we double dutying right now. Who can go live with me? Thank you, Mika. Hey, y'all. Hey. Everybody come on in. Let's see. How am I today? I'm doing okay today. Thank you for asking. How are you doing today? I'm gonna be honest. Now I got a little bit of a situation going on, but I'll tell y'all about that later. Okay. I'm gonna tell y'all about that. I'm gonna tell y'all about that later. Okay, but right now we are here to focus on the content. So while you guys are sharing and inviting, please y'all also make sure you're tapping the screen because it helps us get seen on the FYP. Let me go ahead and do the introduction and then we can go ahead and get into content for today. So if you do not know me, my name is Ashley Ann. I'm a public speaker. I'm an award-winning luxury event designer, and most importantly, I'm a business builder, and I'm really, really good at building up businesses. I've helped almost 800 people hit the six-figure mark. 176 of my clients to date have made $1 million in under a year. Okay. And so long story long, I love to help people get paid to do things that they like to do. Now, my birthday is May 16th. Okay, that's my birthday, like in real life. So to celebrate the birthday, what we are doing right now is called $16 May. Hey, Mika. Oh, shoot, I can't hear you. Hold on, let me fix my sound. I can't deny it. Every time. Every freaking time.
So, where are the women that just want to stand up?
All right, I can hear you now. Thank you.
Hello,
Thank you for your
you
patience.
are welcome.
Okay, so how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
You look very glowy today.
I'm loving the pink.
You like the pink? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I do.
Yeah, so I'm excited because we're going over brand identity today. But before we get into that, tell
Okay.
everyone in the kingdom who you are. Tell the people who you are.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I am Tamika. I'm the owner of Mika Finance, and I specialize in tax, credit, and budgeting.
Boom. And she's our resident financial. Okay. She's like, I don't want to call her a financial guru because gurus have like a bad name. But if you need assistance with finances, like with your taxes, your budgeting, different planning, like as far as like your business, being able to procure like capital, your growth plans, stuff like that, she is the girl. Okay. She is the girl. She's helped so many Kingdom members, and hopefully we'll be able to do like y'all liked it when we did kind of like education. I did an interview and I was asking the different questions. So hopefully we'll be able to schedule one of those again soon, because y'all had really, really good questions when it came to expenses and finances. But Mika is the real deal. Okay. She is she has training. She's certified. She's not a random person on the internet that's like, oh, I'm just going to wake up today and talk about finances. No, this is what she does in real life. Full time. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So, and she also is a member of the battle team for the Kingdom. Now, Mika, are you registered for the event on May 16th? Are you registered?
Yes,
I made a register in the chat. If y'all are not registered, go and register. Hey, it's Tashina. It is free. It does not cost you a thing. We're having a huge birthday party on the 16th. I'm really excited. We have 2 of our musical guests like confirmed. We have both of our DJs locked in. So y'all are going to start seeing flyers being posted, maybe even tonight. I don't know. It depends on how long it takes for them, but we have the DJs locked in. I got a bunch of other like dope creators. We're going to be playing games all night. So everybody have your libations. I also need you to stack up your coins, okay? Because we are having it's a huge day, okay? Everybody in Instagram, that night of the party, you're going to have to fool with me on TikTok. Okay, the party is going down on TikTok. So you fool with me on the Instagram, you just gonna come on follow me at King Ashley N and TikTok land. YouTube and Facebook, y'all gonna follow me at King Ashley N in TikTok land. That's how that works. Now to today, leading up, we're dropping products down to $16, but also at 11:16 a.m., which is why I'm here. I am doing super specific trainings over building out your business. Y'all, I just remembered I need to go to my page and share my live out. I've been forgetting, and I was like, I'm not gonna forget, because it actually works really well to go to your personal page. Well, you log into your personal page, you go to your business page, you share your live out on the personal page, so it helps your viewership. So anyway, let me go on over here. Good. Yes, let me go on over here and share myself. See, I'm live. Let me go on over here and share my live out. Yes, let me go on over here. Hold on, y'all. Share. Building your brand ID. Okay. Now, everybody else, is anybody in here that needs help with branding, establishing brand, or rebranding? That's question number 1 that I need to know. We need to take a poll. Mika, you want me to mute you, boo, or you won't sound today?
Nope, go ahead. You can mute me.
Okay. So there's all kinds of misinformation out there, you guys, when it comes to branding. All right. You said you can use my advice. I'm trying to go on here when you have time. That is slide in my DM. Hey, Sunny Bunny. So there's a lot of times when people, your birthday is May 16th too. Oh, well, hello, birthday twin. Hello, birthday twin. So a lot of times when it comes to branding, I think people just think about like logos. They think about a mission statement. They think about colors. And that honestly has nothing to do with branding. You said, will this help for aspiring content creators? Yes. If you aspire to be a full-time content creator where you generate income off of the platform, you are your business. Okay. Or if you're going to be a media buyer and working with other content creators, at the end of the day, you guys are still a business. You're still a collective. And so you have to approach it and run it that way, especially if you know you want to be able to grow and you want to be able to pick up brand deals. And a lot of people don't really think about it like that. And then they get get in here and they're able to pick up a lot of views, or they're able to pick up a lot of follows, and they can't convert it into money. You have, oh, okay, with birthday triplets come through, Star Knowledge Level Up, another May 16th in the building. So I hope you come. I hope all the May 16th Tauruses come to the virtual birthday party and get busy with us. Okay, on that day. You say you love my content and my vibes. Thank you. If anybody in here, if you love my content and my vibes, share this stream out. Like, share it like crazy and tap the screen. I'm working on getting unshadow banned, so that way people will get my notifications. So I always need everybody sharing. Don't be stingy. Everybody in here knows at least one other person that's in business or starting a business or that needs help with their sales. Okay. Now, as I said, okay, this is a part of my birthday celebration. Every day, 11:16 a.m. Central Standard Time, even Saturday and Sunday, I am out here giving up this information for the free 99. So instead of you having to pay thousands of dollars for a training, you get to get it for nothing. Okay. Morning. All right. So let's talk about establishing a brand. Oh, I almost forgot. If you're trying to get yesterday's deal for $16, you need to click the link in my bio and tap the second button. You pretty much need to do it right now because that deal expires at 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time. So that means you got about 30 minutes to lock that in for $16, and then it'll go back up to its regular price. Okay. Today's $16 deal, you click the link in the bio and you tap the first button and you're going to see brand identity. Okay. Now, inside of the brand identity bundle, you're going to be getting the 10 steps, okay, to building out your brand identity, but you're also going to be learning why social branding is important. You're going to learn how you actually can connect with your audience, which is a big part of branding. You guys are going to learn that today. And then the 10 steps to building a successful brand, aka a profitable brand out here in these streets. So, do what you need to do, because it's normally $149.97 for $149.97 for this particular offer. And today you can get it for the low. Okay. Now, you say you need help, you feel directionalist. Well, you're in the right place, honey pie. Let's give you some direction. So number one, we're going to get through the base level stuff. And there are some people that want to argue me up and down about this. But let me tell you this, when it comes to business, I know my stuff. Okay. There are other things I will probably take other people's advice. I will listen to their information about, but not when it comes to business. When I say I know my stuff, I know my stuff. There's not anybody out here that's outperforming me. I've sold millions of dollars in physical products. I've sold millions of dollars specifically in retail as well. I've sold millions of dollars in services. Okay. I've sold millions of dollars in digital products. I've sold millions of dollars, right, on brands, like as far as me working with brands and companies, as far as selling myself. So realistically, there's not anybody else out here in these social media streets, and y'all been looking, y'all ain't found them. I've been looking, I ain't found them either, okay, that actually has the track record that I have. If you're in here and I've helped you make money, drop the dollar signs, the credit card emojis, the euro, the yen, the dinero, drop all of that too. Because not only have I been able to do it for myself, I've been able to successfully help several other people do it for themselves as well. So like I'm on my Taurus type of tip right now. Y'all know how they be like, Taurus people always think they right. I don't think I'm right. I know I'm right when it comes to this. And everything we've been going through, right? Day one, I talked to you guys about content categories, and a lot of y'all were shocked. Y'all were like, you had no idea that there were that many different content categories, and depending on what type of content category you were falling into, absolutely 100% determines, you know what I'm saying? Like absolutely 100% determines what type of results you should be looking for with your content. So that was a big light bulb moment for a lot of you guys, because y'all didn't realize, some of y'all didn't realize you were already relatively successful. You just didn't know it because you were out here trying to get the results of an influencer when you're a face to camera or a live streamer, or you're in the author category when it comes to content, right? So then the second thing, which was yesterday, I started breaking down to you guys when we started off with like choosing the right platform. That is a part of branding. People don't think about it that way, but it really is. And so I went through the questions that you need to ask yourself so you can make sure you end up on a profitable platform. Because remember, if you're over here, our ultimate goal is to make money. Our ultimate goal is to be profitable. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Nothing more, nothing less. So today we're going to go through establishing the identity of the brand. Ooh. All right. So when we talk about your, have any of you guys heard people asking you about like the mission statement, and they're like, oh, I need my logo, and what are going to be my brand colors? Okay. Back in the day, before people became so interconnected with one another, okay, branding really was having your colors, okay, and taking your logo and just stamping it on a bunch of different stuff. That's really what branding was back in the day, okay? But now, because we all have social media, right? We have TV, we have radio, we have all these different ways to communicate with one another. Your branding has evolved into your brand actually being an entity on its own. And it has far less to do with your colors and your logo and it being stamped all over the place than the actual, you know what I'm saying? It's more to do with the actual experience, right? And then if you're using social media as a way to build up a digital asset, a way to start building your community, a way to be able to reach out to people, well, now we have to put a lot more thought into what we're doing on our social media pages. So you can't be out here all willy-nilly. And if you were out here all willy-nilly, well, at this point, right, it's time for us to really end the willy-nilliness. Okay, that's what it's time for us to do. So your base level, you're going to get a logo. I always tell people the logo needs to be something simple. When I see people with super complex logos, like I already know that when it comes to their business, they're not really thinking about longevity of the business and brand recognition on a visibility standpoint. I want y'all to think about any of the companies that we all know really, 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 really well. They don't have complex logos. I want y'all to think about any of the huge companies, any of the companies that have been around like our whole entire lifetimes. They don't have super complex logos. So I do want to, put that out there for any of you guys that are in the beginning steps and you're trying to design your logo. Let's not necessarily go for something that's hyper complex when it comes to a logo. It doesn't need to have like a lot of layers. It doesn't need to have like a lot of colors. It doesn't need to be like a lot of pictures. It could be a specific way that you're writing the letters, right? It could be like specific like play. Y'all know sometimes like a letter and an image can kind of be one and the same, right? But I just want y'all to think about that. Think about any of the large brands and any of the brands that have longevity. When you look at their logos, they don't have complicated logos. Okay, they're not complex logos. Next thing, when we get to your slogan or your tagline, this honestly, if you're going to be saying it, if you're going to be printing it on things, if it's going to be on your website, if you're going to be putting it on your packages or your boxes, if you're going to be doing like jingles and stuff like that, then that matters. If you're not doing any of that, I'll be honest, that's something that maybe you can develop later, or you may be able to let your audience dictate to you what that's going to be. Okay. Then whenever we start thinking about a mission statement, okay, a lot of y'all, if I ask you what your mission statement is right now, you could not tell me. And this is why I said people want to fight me whenever we start talking about branding. It doesn't matter. I want y'all, let's be honest. Everybody, think about this with me. When was the last time that there's a company that you were doing business with, meaning you patronize them, you purchased something from them, maybe it's a hotel and you stayed with them, or you went and collected a service from them. When was the last time you were like, let me look up this company's mission statement? Now, if you're in the nonprofit sector, there may be something that's more important for you there. But out here in the real world, no. The reasons it's quiet because y'all not doing it. You said never because they lie. I'm just trying to let you know, like, let's be for real. Some of the things that you guys are stressed out about, no one's looking at. We have one person that says, I used to. Majority of y'all are like, nope, never thought about it. Okay. Because for most people, you don't care. You care about the quality of the service or the product or whatever the offer is. You care if it's going to give you the specific type of results that you're looking for. That's what you care about. You do not care. Let's keep it a buck. You do not care about what that company's mission statement is and if their mission aligns with you and your morals as a person. I know for a fact a lot of y'all don't, because you wouldn't buy clothes from Shein and Fashion Nova. I know a lot of y'all don't, because we wouldn't have Samsungs and iPhones and iPads. Because y'all do know that they're making a lot of these things that we use with people. They're working in deplorable conditions. They're not getting paid well. Okay. Like you said, I'm just keeping it a buck. I'm not trying to call anybody out, but anybody that's in here trying to be like, oh, I care. Okay, exactly, Kelly. Look at what's happening in the Congo. And that has a lot to do with the natural resources that are there. And some of these other countries won't control over the natural resources. They don't want those people to be able to pull up on their own and tap into the financial benefits that are going to come from it. Okay, that's neither here nor there. I'm just telling the truth. Look at what's happening, okay, across the world. And all of this whole war that is being fought about control over a canal. So I'm telling you this, if you're out here stressing because you're reading some type of marketing or branding material that was published in the 80s, and they're sitting here telling you how important the mission statement is to your brand, I'm going to tell you that I absolutely positively disagree. And this is coming from a woman who is practical. This is coming from someone who is actually out here making sales currently, modern day. This is coming from someone who is out here helping and assisting my clients in making sales on a regular basis every freaking day. That's what this is coming from, not someone speaking to you in theory, because a lot of people will talk to you in theory about what something's supposed to be, and it absolutely positively ain't that. Okay, I don't operate on theory. We do proven strategy and proven techniques over here. Okay, that's where we're at. That's where we're at out here in these streets. Everybody understand? Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Okay, we picking up what we put. We picking up what we're putting down. You picking up what I'm putting down. You picking up what I'm picking down. Okay. You said, what about when it comes to team building? Isn't that statement important from an organizational structure and perspective? Well, could be, possibly. But if I'm being honest, do you know that majority of the small business owners in the United States of America don't even have 2 employees? So really, what team are we building? Let's just take a quick poll. Everybody that's in here right now, if you have more than 3 employees, I'm talking about you pay like the taxes, you know what I'm saying? You cut them W-2s at the end of the year. You are worried about insurance, benefits. You're doing bonuses for them. If you're in here right now and you have team members, okay? And then not only do you have team members, if you're in here right now and you have more than 3 members on your team, let me know. Give me a 1 if it's a yes, a 0 if it's a no. So again, okay, again, what I said, and I meant what I said, and what I said is not wrong. when it comes out to building a brand. And people want to fight with me about this stuff, especially whenever we get to establishing your brand out here in these social media streets. A lot of the things that people are concerned about and worried about are absolutely positively non-factors. No, it's a non-factor. Not right now. Now, eventually, when you get to a point and you're ready for your team to grow, and you think about the culture that you want inside of your company with your team members and with your employees, that's a whole different conversation. But that's normally when I'm working with people that are scaling their businesses. When a lot of people, let me be clear to y'all, I have several clients, they make in between $500,000 and $1.5 million with literally themselves and two other people. I have a lot of clients that are earning high 6 figures and 7 figures, literally themselves and two other people. Okay. So now that we got number 1 out of the way, let's go to number 2. This is probably, in my opinion, I believe that this is more important than your logo. I think this is more important than a slogan, a mission statement. Everything I'm about to tell you from this point on is more important than any of those things. The audience you serve. So y'all better believe we're going to be spending an extensive amount of time talking about building up an audience, and more specifically a buying base. Okay. The audience you service has everything to do with your brand and what other people think about your brand. Do you service the tech community? Are you servicing women? Do you have offers that are for children? Are you educational? Are you, designer, high class, high ticket? Are we middle of the road? Am I cost focused? Am I a bargain? Right? So let's just do, I just want you guys to think about this. I'm just going to throw some names out there, and then y'all tell me in the comments the first word that pops into your brain. Okay. And I want you to think about the first word as pertaining to an audience, like who it's for. Okay. Target. Y'all tell me, what type of person shops at Target? What types of person shops at Target? First word I saw somebody put was bougie. Right? Somebody said YT people. Somebody else said middle class. Okay. Somebody else said trendy moms. Somebody else said women. I see a lot of moms, a lot of women. Right? Let's see. Penthouse said affordable pricing with quality. Okay. Now, y'all tell me Walmart. We're going to Walmart. What type of person is Walmart for? Lily, you said wants clean stores. Okay. Not ghetto. She said, ooh, the ghetto. We got budget-minded, budgets, price-driven. Let's see, bargain hunter, low income, or just need it now. Okay. Ghetto and affordable, right? Okay. When I say Whole Foods, what type of person shops at Whole Foods? Lisa, on a budget. You got young moms from Walmart, teen moms from Walmart. Okay. So basically, though, everybody in here is equating Walmart essentially with something that's budget friendly, right? We're not trying to spend a lot, because y'all didn't say budget with Target. You see what I'm saying? Whole Foods. Health conscious, not Beyonce. Y'all said people who got the cash to spend. Health focused, health conscious, high earnings for Whole Foods. Let's see. Health conscious. I'm getting a lot of health conscious when it comes to Whole Foods. Okay. What type of person shops at Gucci? I see sustainable on Cover Me Cute. What type of person shops at Gucci? Y'all tell me who comes in with your audience. Let's see. For Whole Foods, that's another good one. You said vegan, health conscious, prefer organic. Okay. Yeah. Okay. We go to Gucci. What type of person shops at Gucci? You said bougie and married for Whole Foods. Gucci, JS Hill just said dollar sign, dollar sign, dollar sign, dollar sign, money, 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 money. Lux, superficial, fake rich. Not fake rich. You know, it's a lot of real rich people that be in Gucci. Status conscious, wealthy, bad and bougie, seriously well off people. You said knockoff is another story. People with money to throw away and around, fashionable. Okay. Now, what type of person? Okay, we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. What type of person stays at the Hilton Garden Inn? What type of person stays at the Hilton Garden Inn? Now I know y'all are like, Ashley, I'm sure y'all are starting to get the point of this exercise. Right? Y'all are getting it. You said most wealthy people I know don't care about those brands. I don't know, self-care CEO. I know a lot to do. When people, I hate it when people say terms like that. I hate it when people make statements like that because it makes it seem like wealthy people are a monolith and they're not. I know a lot of really, really rich people that have $12,000 and $13,000 Laura Piana jackets in their closet. You said traveling teens, budget conscious, affordable with good amenities. Looking for value under HGI, right? Hilton, they may be someone who is brand loyal and particular. So if I say someone that stays at the Waldorf Astoria, what do you think about that type of person that stays? What's the type of person that stays at the Waldorf Astoria? You said nothing wrong with HGI as long as it's clean. No, I ain't saying there's nothing wrong with it at all. You said sports moms for HGI. Let's see. I don't travel enough to even know. Okay. Let's see. I know new money and old money people. I got a lot of clients that do a lot of stuff. And baby, there's some old money people, honey, very, very flashy. You said Waldorf, people got money, okay? Money to burn, wealthy, business professionals, wealthy. Waldorf equals luxury experience, rich and successful, okay? Not Illuminati money. Y'all are wow. Oh my God. Y'all are tickling me. Okay. Now, if I say, what do you think about the type of person that shops at Ulta? What do we think about the type of person that shops at Ulta? You said heads of state stay at the Waldorf. This is true. Y'all said for Waldorf luxury, high quality. So what do we think about somebody that shops at Ulta? What are we thinking about them? Lily said Waldorf equals exclusive. Let's see. You think artists, colorful, friendly. Kelly says college students. Okay. For Ulta. For those of you that don't know, Ulta is like a store and it has a lot of makeup and skincare and cosmetic stuff. They carry several different brands. You said appearance conscious, beauty influencer, takes care of themselves. Add to cart beauty. Thank you, my love. Loves a variety of cosmetics. Okay. Young or hip, looking for a bargain. All right. Now, what do we think about somebody that shops at Sephora? What do we think about somebody that shops at Sephora? What are we thinking out here about our Sephora gals and girls? Okay. You said Ulta, women in their 20s and 30s. Okay. Let's see. Makeup artists, but also budget conscious people because they offer a broad range of products. True. Sephora, professional makeup artists. Kelly said college students mine. High maintenance skincare. Okay. Y'all, this is for Sephora. Okay, that, like, I want y'all to really think about this as we're going through the type of people that they service. One says you got expendable income, baby. You show right, you got a lot of expendable income. You up in Sephora. Okay, every time I go to Sephora, I'm spending almost $200. I'm like, how? I only have 3 things. Sephora, makeup artists, more brand particular, definitely brand particular, middle class, older population, professionals. Okay. Let's see, and I do makeup is wild out there. A housewife, Tashina, you think about a housewife when you think about a woman that shops at Sephora. Okay. But so long story long, I want you guys to think about this as I listed these different brands, right? And the names of the brands. Instantaneously, y'all thought about different types of people of who this product or who this service is for, right? Now, what was really interesting when I threw Hilton Garden Inn and Waldorf Astoria out there, because a lot of people don't realize that the Waldorf is underneath the Hilton brand. Right. And with Hilton Garden Inn, everybody was like affordable, moms, teens, someone, that wants a clean place and they're thinking about amenities. I said Waldorf, everybody was like luxury, exclusive, right? Executives, politicians, heads of states, those sorts of types of things. Right. So I am telling you this, listen to me and listen well. Before you get out here trying to be like my brand, you need to think about who you are servicing. Okay. The second thing is the audience that you service. Who do we want to service? I know who I'm servicing, and y'all typically come to me because you want good quality. Y'all want a high level of service. A lot of y'all want like a one-to-one. Y'all like, even though we have a variety of price points, most of y'all associate me with like luxury or quality, right? Especially like quality of life, those sorts of types of things. You need to think about who you're servicing. And I will tell y'all all the time, y'all will notice I don't market towards people really under the age of 25. I don't market to people that are 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Like, if you want me to help you, like to convince you to start a business, I'm not here for that. Y'all think about all the time. Some of y'all been following me for years. When have you ever heard me be like, this is why you should start a business? Like, when have you heard me put out a bunch of content trying to convince people to start a business? I don't. I talk about the benefits of starting a business. I talk about why everybody needs multiple streams of income. I talk about how some of y'all are going to be side hustles. Some of y'all are going to be affiliate marketers. Some of y'all will make money from content creation, right? And some of y'all will be full-on entrepreneurs, because I'm not here to convince people to start a business. I'm here for people who already have businesses and side hustles, and they want sales and they want growth. You said, wait, the Hilton is on the Waldorf? Yes. Waldorf is underneath the Hilton chain. I know, I'm a Hilton Honors member. Waldorf is my favorite hotel. That's how I know. Waldorf Astoria is my favorite chain all over the world. I love the Waldorf. And I'm a Hilton Honor member. So Waldorf, I rack up my status real fast to be diamond. But whenever there's not a Waldorf, or if I'm on a work trip, you better believe I'm going to be in a Hilton. It may not be a Hilton Garden Inn, but I ain't opposed to that either if it's close to my location. But I'm going to be in a Hilton getting my points. You understand what I'm saying? Getting my points and my free breakfast and my free gift when I come. all of that. I want all. Right? But everybody in here, I need you to take some time to write down, who do you service? And if you're in the process, like you're just now getting started, then I want you to think about, who would you like to service? Okay. Yeah, Ritz is under Marriott. The Ritz is under the Marriott. Okay. So who do you currently service, or who would you like to service? If you are trying to do a rebrand, because maybe you're servicing, like I get this complaint a lot of time when people come to me. They'll say, I get really good engagement. I have really good reach, but I'm having a hard time trying to reach the customer I want to reach, because the people that I'm reaching, they can't afford my products and services, or they don't understand, the need in them or the value in them. Okay. So now I'm like, okay, well, we have to shift your audience, because apparently what you're putting out there, what you're projecting, this other group of people, that even though they're like, oh, I like what you got going on, but I don't like it enough to buy it, right? You're attracting them. Or they come in and they say, I really like it. I just can't afford it. It's not in my budget. You see what I'm saying? And some of y'all have never thought about this. I am telling you right now, a part of your branding is absolutely 100% positively the audience that you serve. Okay, so you need to think about who you're serving or who you're servicing. You said this is helping you. You're in the middle of a rebrand. Good. Because a lot of people don't think about that. They're like, oh, I need these types of colors. I want this type of font. You know, they're like, I need this type of logo. I need to go get a photo shoot and have this type of imagery. And they're not thinking about like who's the people they're actually servicing. Because if you're here to service people, maybe they don't have a large expendable income. Maybe their expendable income is in between $200 and $400 a month, right? Maybe you're here like to have like affordable services or affordable offers. Well, guess what? You're going to have to find a way to have like to cut that cost on your packaging, because there's no way you can do like elaborate packaging. You see what I'm saying? And keep that price point down super low. It just doesn't happen. A lot of y'all have never had any type of like custom boxes, or you've never had anything manufactured for you before. And I'm telling you, this is not cheap. Okay. It is not cheap. All right. When y'all get my manifestation kits and everybody talks about how beautiful that box is and how pretty that box is. Yeah. I spent like $13.75 on the box for you to be able to get the gorgeous manifestation kit. And everybody talks about how pretty it is in the packaging. Yeah, I had to spend $13.75 for the box. Then I think our boxes, the shipping boxes, because we order them in such a large quantity. I think the brown box that the pretty box is inside of, I think the brown box breaks down to like $285 a box for a good quality box to be able to ship that to y'all in. So we're at $16 just on the boxes, not including like the planners that are in the inside, the incense that's inside of there, right? The budgeting, the forms, the $1 million notebooks and stuff like that. All of this stuff that's in here, like y'all, you understand what I'm saying? And I'm not expecting y'all to think about, I'm not expecting my regular consumer to think about the price of that, but I'm telling you guys as business owners or side hustlers, you have to think about what those things are really going to look like for you. Okay. All right. So now let's get to number 3. If you guys are just getting here, my name is Ashley. I'm a public speaker, but more importantly, I'm a biz builder, and I've helped thousands of small business owners and individuals make money in these social media streets. I'm really proud that I have 176 clients today that have made $1 million in under a year. And I have 5 clients right now that make over 10 million a year. Okay. So I'm really, 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 really good at what I do. Now, my birthday is May 16th. So if you've made it here, you are now officially a part of $16 May. And so leading up to my birthday, every day I'm going live at 11:16 a.m. Central Standard Time. Okay. And I take one of my products and mark it down to $16. Today's product of the day, I'll say the deal of the day today is only $16. You click the link in my bio. You can tickle the button. Okay. It's going to be the first option. And you need it. Okay. It's the 10 steps to brand identity. And instead of you paying $149.97 for it, you get it for a whopping $16 today. Okay. So if this information is helping you, make sure you click the link in the bio and you get that $16 product. Okay. Also, you guys, don't forget the big birthday celebration is coming up May 16th, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time virtual party. Okay. Put it in your calendars. All right. Number 3, your voice, AKA the brand personality. Okay. Hi from London. Now, I really need y'all to put some thought into this out here in these streets. Okay. Some of you guys are struggling because people don't really know who you are. And so you have to think about what is the energy you want to put out in these social media streets. Okay. Do you want to be elegant? Do you want to be bold? Do you want to be conservative? Do you want to be thought-provoking? Do you want to be high energy? Do you want to be very spiritual? Are you super religious? Like, what's going on with the voice? You see what I'm saying? Because sometimes y'all are coming over here, I think a lot of people would definitely describe me as like high energy and fun. For sure. You know what I'm saying? With a little bit of the elevated life going on out here in these streets. You said, does this cross over to nonprofits? Yeah. If you have a nonprofit and you're trying to make money online, aka donations and fundraise, absolutely. The only difference between a nonprofit and a profit and a for-profit is that y'all are not allowed to have profit at the end of the year because you're supposed to put it all back out into the community or the people that you're helping. You fundraising is essentially a sale. I know people don't like to think about it like that, but it's the same thing. For you to convince somebody to give you $50 or $500 or $5,000 or $50,000 check, as opposed to them spending that money on something else, right? That's still a sale, and people are probably tapping into their expendable income to do the donations. And I wish more people in nonprofits would think about it like that. Because a lot of times nonprofits are struggling because they think that like it's different rules for them because they're a nonprofit. It's not different rules for you. Like on the end of the year, as far as you're not supposed to have any profit remaining, that rule is different for you. But when it comes to marketing and building up a community and building up, an established brand or brand that's trusted, nah, dog, you got to be on the same type of time out here in these streets. You the same type of time. So when we think about the voice, okay, let's talk about how a voice is communicated on social media. Now, if you are going to be creating content and it's going to have people's faces in it, you know what I'm saying? Or like your face. Like, so for instance, I'm a live streamer. Okay. So literally my voice, my energy, my inflections is very easy to be like, okay, this is the voice of the company, right? But sometimes you have a faceless brand. And so you're not doing any type of live streams. You're not doing any type of videos that actually are showing like the owners or the employees, right? Hey, Richie Rose, you're not doing any of that. Right. And so Richie Rails, I'm sorry, I called you Richie Rose. I'm sorry, Richie Rails. But literally, if that is what's happening, you have to communicate your voice through your word choice. So when you're writing the descriptions, there's a voice. When you're sending the emails, there's a voice, okay? When you're putting up posts online, there's a voice. When you're selecting music to go behind your post, that music communicates something. So I will give you guys a prime example, okay? How many of you guys have ever seen any of the emails from Fashion Nova? They made me like, grasp my pearls, okay? I'm sure by now y'all know that they're not. I mean, I don't think it's anything wrong if you shop there, but they're not my favorite brand. And people always talk about cultural appropriation, and these people are big time cultural vultures. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Y'all remind me. We'll talk about that when we get into Discord. Okay. Now, okay. How many of you guys have ever seen an email, okay, or gotten a text message from them? I signed up just so, hold on. I literally signed up just so, okay, literally just so I could be able to read directly, because I will say this is a very good, though, this is a very, very good use of voice, because they're not, I remember a lot of people were shocked. Hold on, I'm trying to find, okay, here we go. I'm trying to find a text. Okay. Hey, girl. Now, I want y'all to think about this. If you're taking a conservative or more professional tone with your clients, do you start off an email or a text with a hey, girl, or hey, boy? Hey, girl. Summer's almost here and it's time to look sexy. Buy one, get one free with a little emoji for all dresses, sets, jumpsuits, and rompers. Use code DRESSY. Okay. The emails, you said no way. Like it's not that bad, because they really go there. Okay. They really go there, and I'm not mad at them. They're doing what they're supposed to be doing. They understand their target base. They understand their customer. They know that they have a lot of They know that they have a lot, their audience is typically younger, that they're more urban. This is why they go after specific reality stars and influencers to market their products and services. This is why they're on particular pages and stuff like that. So long story long, even whenever you look at the sets, the categories, how they're positioned, how there's a big push on like the club wear, because that's who they're for. That's the voice. You said they have some wretched text. Sometimes they do. I was like, this is hilarious, right? And so, but what can be learned from them for you guys as small business owners? What type of relationship do you want to cultivate with your audience through your voice? So when you think about different, like for instance, if I sent y'all a email and my subject line said something like they ate this sales campaign all the way up. If I sent y'all an email and the subject line was they ate this sales campaign all the way up, okay, with like an AAALLLL, okay, not saying there's anything wrong with that, but realistically, if I'm using that type of language, would you think that my voice is right, that I'm trying to attract people that are in their like mid 30s to 55, or would you think that that this email is geared more towards someone in their early 20s? JS Hill said, I think you hired someone new. Right, because that's not the voice that's not my voice, right? That's not my voice. Even though I know it like, oh, they ate, blah, 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 blah. Even though I know what people mean when they say it, that's not a term like this in my regular vernacular, right? And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that term, but I need y'all to understand the power in your word choice, in the descriptions, your emails, your stories, the music that you're choosing, right? All of those sorts of types of things are a part of your voice, and it lets people know who you're trying to connect to. Alexia T said wouldn't resonate, right? Even on the music that I choose sometimes, y'all will notice, because my audience is like, again, I'm looking for people that are 25 and older. Not saying you're old if you're 25 or 35 or 45, but there's definitely a different type of music that we're into. So some of the artists that like y'all's kids know who these artists are, like some of the drill rappers and stuff. I could not put drill rap in my story or on my reel. You see what I'm saying? Because my audience is going to be disconnected. They're not going to know who that person is. And a lot of y'all are not even going to be interested to know who that person is because of the age of the demographic that I'm servicing. Does that make sense to everybody? Y'all picking up what I'm putting down right now? So you said you're an artist. Can we do a collab? Depends on what type of idea you have for the collab. But like, I really want y'all to think about that. If I'm doing something and I'm trying to evoke nostalgia or something, I may put some Earth, Wind, and Fire, you know what I'm saying, or something back there, because it's going to make a lot of people in my audience think about having to get up and clean Saturday morning, and that's what their mama or their daddy was playing. You see what I'm saying, in the background. If I play some Johnny Taylor, okay, somebody, or some Michi or something like that, guarantee anybody that's like country, like from Mississippi, Alabama, Arkansas, different parts of Georgia, people that like to mud, ATV, fish, okay, people that got uncles that smoke cigarettes and fry fish, okay, people that got uncles that put on, y'all know what type of sandals I'm talking about, them brown lattice crossover sandals, and be out there on the grill. They are, hey, light skin fit, what's going on? How are you? Light skin, I need to DM you. Light skin fit. I want to see if you want to have a birthday battle. I need to check your calendar. I'm gonna slide in your DM when I get done with this training, because I need a great battle. I need somebody that's going to bring the heat. Okay. I need somebody that's going to bring the heat, light skin fit. Thank you for the swan as well. Okay. But does that make sense? Y'all picking up what I'm putting down now? So like, when you're thinking about the language for your brand or for your company, it's literally, are you using slang? Is there particular terminology? If we want to be super duper professional, maybe we're using the industry jargon, right? Because I literally could send an email and I could say 10 ways to increase your customer acquisition. Or I can send you guys an email, or I could do like a little post on TikTok or Instagram, and I can say how I picked up 10 new customers in 3 days. Right? If I say how I picked up 10 new customers in 3 days versus how to increase your customer acquisition, those are two totally different voices. How I picked up 10 new customers in 3 days is very approachable. It's very warm. It's easy for anybody to understand, even if they don't have a marketing or a business background, right? I'm not using any industry specific terminology or jargon inside of that. And I'm going to hit a broader audience of regular men and women who, y'all have great ideas. Y'all are building your businesses. Oh yeah. Cause right. You're going ding, ding, ding. Yeah. I need to be able to pick up 10 new customers in a week or in a month, much less 3 days. But if I sit here and I send an email and I'm like, how to maximize your customer acquisition, I guarantee I'm going to get techie people. I'm going to get people that are probably higher up in leadership in specific companies, especially if they have to do a lot of sales or sales training. I'm going to get people, if they're in business, their businesses will have been established much, much longer than with the other title. I'm talking about the same thing in both of them as far as acquiring new customers, right? Or getting new customers, but literally me switching from customer acquisition or client acquisition to how I got new customers totally changes the different people that I'm speaking to. And one puts me in a position, right, as a industry professional, or maybe you're going to get some type of industry leadership or insight. The other one puts me in a position of someone that's very approachable, maybe a teacher or someone that's willing to give you the game or information for free. As in, that's why I tell y'all I'm your big cuz Ashley Ann, because I don't want y'all to be intimidated when it comes to business. Is this clicking for anybody? Is this snap, crackling, and popping in your mind? Yes, no, maybe so. Yeah, yes, no, maybe so. What is it? Is it in here? Is it registering for anybody? So when we're establishing our brand, your brand voice is, to me, more important than your logo or a mission statement or what colors you chose to represent your company. Okay, your voice is way more important. Okay, so realistically, okay, we're looking at our right. So realistically, the logo and stuff, y'all know we need that. Number 2, who is the audience that you serve? Then number 3, what's going to be the voice or the personality of your brand? And let me be clear, you don't have to be anybody except for yourself. Okay. You don't have to look and say, oh, well, they dress this way and their hair is this way and their makeup is this way. And this is the vernacular that they use. So I have to morph into that. No, your vibe is going to attract your tribe. You just need to be clear about what type of tribe you want to attract. So now you know what language, what words, what images, what pictures, right? What music selections you're going to be using to be able to communicate with those people. If you guys are just getting here, I'm celebrating my birthday, May 16th. And as part of the birthday celebration leading up to May 16th, I'm going live every day at 11:16 a.m. Central Standard Time, even on Saturdays and Sundays. And I'm breaking down trainings on things that you need to help you make money in these streets. Okay. Period, poo. That's what we're out here doing. So today I'm breaking down 10 steps or 10 things you need to consider when it comes to formulating your brand identity. Okay. That is what we're doing right now. If you are finding this information informational, if you're being informed, if you're learning something right now, please make sure that you are tapping the screen. Also, make sure you share this out to at least one of your biz besties. Okay. We are now on number 4. Okay. We're on number 4, which is your brand story, AKA your why. Okay. Now, if I'm being honest, this far outreaches the mission statement. I don't care. Some of y'all are old school with your branding, and this is why things are not working for you. If you don't like it, baby, go fight with your mama. Don't come fight with me. Okay. I didn't make the rules. I just peeped out the game, and I'm trying to help other people get on. Your story, your why. This is honestly going to help you connect with your audience. Why are you doing this? And it does not have to be complicated. Some of y'all think that you need to write like a dissertation on what the why is. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all think like you have to have this like super deep complex why. No, your why can be something as simple as I want to make people laugh. I want to put good energy into the world. I got tired of fingerprints on my refrigerator, so I created a product, you know what I mean, that every mom in America can use so she doesn't have to have fingerprints on her refrigerator. Your story, y'all, it does not have to be complex. It does not have to be deep. It just needs to be relatable. Okay. Relatability is the key. If you are out here and you're like, you know, baby, I was down bad. I thought it was pee in the dating pool. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think I would ever find a man. I didn't ever think I was going to find anybody to love me, blah, 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 blah. And then, you know, he came along or she came along and I was able to reprogram myself and remove my love blocks. And so now I want to help as many other people, you know, as possible remove their love blocks. Like you understand what I'm saying? Like, keep it simple when it comes to the story. Anybody that's been with me for an extensive amount of time, y'all all know my story. Basically, people were getting scammed when I started on the consulting side. A lot of people were getting scammed on a regular basis every single day. They were losing their shirts, maxing out their credit cards, maxing out their 401ks, and people were running away with their money. People still get scammed right now in the pursuit of trying to build a business. That's why I teach for free. I always have some weirdo that's unfamiliar with my brand, and they'll come in and say, well, if you're really a millionaire, if you're really successful, why are you teaching people for free? Because I want to help other people not get scammed. Because I've been scammed before and it didn't feel good. Because I actually know what I'm doing and what I'm talking about, and I want to be able that other people know what they're doing and what they're talking about. Like you understand what y'all understand what I'm saying? Like my why isn't complicated. A lot of people can relate to that. Almost everybody that finds me, most of y'all find me after somebody scammed you. Almost every single one of y'all find me after somebody scammed you. So it makes sense to y'all. And all of y'all tell me the same thing all the time. Y'all like, thank you. They were like, God is going to bless you, Ashley Ann. Hey, Mr. Eagle Vision. Y'all like, God is going to bless you, you know, blah, 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 blah. You helped me so much. People tell me every day I paid thousands of dollars for this course or for this class, and these people won't even talk to me. They won't answer my questions. They won't return an email. People are surprised that every week we have calls inside of our Instacoin. They are shocked because the price point of Instacoin, right? 5,000 is what we do it for individuals for the whole entire year. Do we have a $24,000 payment price point? Absolutely, positively. But when I work with individuals, we let y'all in for either 5,000 or 7,500. Normally 7,500, we'll put it on sale for 5,000 during special occasions. Wink, wink, wink. It may be the price may be about to drop bigly. Okay, even under that. But that's for a whole entire year. That breaks down to less than $400 a month. And every week you're getting calls. Every quarter you have a one-to-one with a success coach. And me, the person that's in the course, I do insight sessions with you. And I update the content, and y'all have a full entire dashboard. People are like, oh my God, it's so much help. Oh my God, you guys are really trying to help us, right? Yeah, because I want you to win. But the fact of the matter, there's so many people for so long that have been out here in these streets getting scammed and getting hustled and spending a lot of money and getting a little in return. People are shocked when they come into my program, but this is also why you guys can relate to my story. So when I get on and say, yeah, a lot of people are getting scammed, so I just decided I was going to teach for free online so I can help people not get scammed. That makes sense to people. My why is not complicated. I'm not over here like, oh, I was asleep one night and I had a dream, and an angel came to me in my dream and said, Ashley Ann, you need to get up and you need to teach people, and this is the way you're going to do it. And he laid it out and he wrote it on a tree, and I had to go on a 42-day journey in the forest and find the tree, and then I had to touch the tree and pray over the tree. Baby, some of this stuff y'all be coming up with is insane. Insane. Okay. So what is your why? The why needs to be simple. It needs to be something that people can relate to. It needs to be something that people can understand. Incredible Bless Boutique, you said it's a word. Incredible Bless Boutique, send me a DM because I was looking and you are not blocked. I don't know why you can't see me on TikTok. So send me a DM with your TikTok name and I'm going to look it up, and then I'm going to block you, and then I'm going to unblock you and see if I'll reappear to you. Okay. You said, however, I'm resonating with you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Right. But I mean, that's y'all, that's that. A lot of the things that are simple, you're gonna find that there are like literally thousands of people and sometimes millions of people, if you have a really wide niche, that resonate with that. When there are people that pop in here and they're like, I just want to make people laugh. You know, comedians, they're like, it's a lot of harsh stuff in the world, and I just want to make people laugh. I just made my page to make people laugh. That's a why that people can get with. Okay, if you're online and you love cooking, you're like, yeah, a lot of people can't cook, and I wanted to be able to show people how to cook. That it's easy, so they weren't intimidated in the kitchen. Guess what? It's gonna be a lot of people. They're gonna be like, yeah, I struggle with cooking, and these videos really help me. There's another lady I have, and she is so beautiful. Her mom passed away at a young age. Her mom passed away, I think, when she was like 10 or 11. And anyway, her whole YouTube, she does all kinds of like hygiene videos and just kind of like, you know, like things that women know as far as like your upkeep, kind of how to order your house, organizing things. Anyway, she does it because she was like, I didn't have a mom, and some of this stuff I didn't learn until I was older. And so I basically want to help other girls that don't have moms for whatever reason they don't have a mom. That's her why. Now, there are lots of women too that we follow her and we love her content, even if we have moms, but that's something a lot of people can relate to. They don't have, right? They don't have a mom, and so now here's a woman that they can come to and they can ask questions and they can get advice, and she can teach them about like their menstrual cycles and sanitary napkins and how to dispose stuff, how to clean yourself, what type of soaps you can use, what you should be doing to your skin, you know, like the maintenance of a woman. Hey, Mrs. Confident, what's going on, gorgeous? She helps with all of that. But that was literally, that's her story. That's the story for her brand. So whenever we get into a brand story, and y'all, let me tell you this. Ooh, I'm about to say something, but it burned my grits. I'm just keeping it a buck. Don't get out here with a bunch of lies, because you're not going to be able to keep your lies straight, and you're going to get found out. There's this one particular person. I'm not going to tell you her name because she's pretty popular out here in these streets, especially on Instagram, and she'd have built up a little clout over here on TikTok. Baby, when I say that girl is a bold-faced liar, a bold-faced liar. And I remember the first time I met her, she was speaking at somebody else's event. And I was a speaker at the event too. Okay. And I'm not going to tell you too much more than that because y'all going to be trying to guess who the person is. Okay. Y'all gonna be trying to guess who the person is. I'm not going to go too far. Okay. Then we were at another event together. And long story long, her whole struggle story and all this other kind of stuff, she like took it. She was like, oh, well, I was struggling in this way, and this is how I came into this. But when I seen her at another event, she was like, oh, I was struggling this way, and this is how I came into that. I was like, you effing lying. Okay. It made me so angry. I was infuriated. But she's not the only person that does it. There's a lot of social media personalities that they come up with these stories. Okay. They have these stories of struggle, these stories of the brand, these struggles of, you know, I didn't know who I was, or, you know, I'm in an identity crisis and blah, 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 blah. And the world rejected me because of this, that. And I felt this way, baby. And they just out here picking up stuff off of other people. You said maybe she had 2 stories. She ain't had no 2 stories. I know a lie. I know when somebody lied to me, baby. When they lied, she was lying. I've never looked at her the same. I do not deal with her at all. Then she was sitting there lying, like she was committing a behavior, but she was lying, telling us, oh, since I did such and such and such and such and such, I don't do this anymore, blah, 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 while she was actually doing it. And I was just like, oh, crazy. Okay. But long story long, you don't have to lie to kick it, Craig. You do not have to lie to kick it. So when it comes to your brand story, okay, the story can be simple. The story needs to be relatable. Your story needs to be honest. It doesn't have to be some deep, metaphysical, life-changing, you know, reason for why you're doing what you're doing. Okay. You literally can say, I just built my community because I wanted a space for, you know, women in their 20s to be able to come and talk about dating and relationships with no judgment. That literally can be your why. It doesn't have to be deep. Beginner swimming lessons. Her beginner swimming lessons want adults to know how to swim, specifically Black adults. She wants to teach Black children how to swim because a lot of Black adults do not know how to swim, especially Black women. Okay, so she wants them to not be intimidated by the water. She wants them to be able to swim so they don't have to worry about, all right, that's really what it was. That's really all it is. There's a need in our community for people to learn how to swim. She swims like a fish. She's a competitive swimmer. She's broken all kinds of records and stuff. And so now she's on a mission to help as many people learn how to swim and not be afraid of the water. She helps children. She helps adults. She helps those that are beginning, right? She can help people get comfortable in the water without them even having to be in the water. She's amazing. Okay. She's amazing. Right. That's her why. It's not complex. Okay. Some of y'all be wanting stuff to be real complex. It ain't got to be complex. Okay. So your brand story, simple, honest, relatable. Those are your rules. If they are not relatable and honest, cut that out. Okay. Cut that thing out of there. Period. Okay. Thank you, Pen. All right. Number five, if you guys are just getting here, I'm giving you 10 steps to build up your brand identity. Okay. Number five, numero cinco. Okay. Number 5, aesthetics. Okay. The aesthetics of it all. The aesthetics of the situation. Situations will arise. By the way, if this is helping you, if you're feeling informed about this content, can you give me a crown? Can you give me a crown in the chat so I know you guys are awake and I know you're with me? Yeah. I am. And That's what I need y'all to do. Okay. Yes, for the crown. So everybody's giving me a crown emoji. You better click the link in the bio and tap the first button and get the $16 deal today. Okay. Because it should normally be $149.97. But today is only $16. Make you holla. And it is all about developing your brand identity. Okay. If this live is helping you, that's definitely going to help you. All right. So number 5, aesthetics. It's all about those looks, boo. And they absolutely positively matter. Okay. So first of all, let's talk about your actual like filming or like production style. Okay. So a lot of times there's going to be like a treatment that you're putting on your post. And so a lot of times your brand is more about the overall aesthetic than the overall colors. You see what I'm saying? Because you can use multiple colors, but still have like keep in line with a specific aesthetic. So let's say you're going to use like really rich colors. And let's say someone else is going to use a lot of pastels. And then let's say someone else is going to use a lot of like deep, like dark colors, and someone else may use a lot of nudes, and somebody else may gear more towards the bright colors. Okay. So we want to think about the richness of the colors. And a lot of it has to do with if you're trying to have people be calm, if you want to be happy, if we want people to be excited. Do I want people to be mellow? Do I want people to be stoic? Like what, remember, y'all know the majority of communication is nonverbal. Okay. So you're communicating things to people all the time through different, like the colors in the different shades, right? I could put 3 different pinks on the screen and they're going to make everybody feel different. Okay. If I put up like a fuchsia, like a very, very bright fuchsia color, a lot of people are going to see that as like excited, happy. They may even equate that with like youthful, jovial, right? And then let's say I put up a really, really, really pale, like rosy pink, but it like a blush, like a really pale blush. Well, a lot of people are going to see that it's kind of luxurious. Okay. Hey, we're halfway through the live goal. Thank you, Alyssa. They're going to see that as luxurious. they're going to see that as like, right, maybe like the soft girl. They may equate that with like a luxury aesthetic, right? Then let's say I take a pink, like a true pink, like a Pepto-Bismol pink. Some people may say, oh, this is Barbie. You know what I'm saying? This is a fantasy. This is doll, right? So literally they're all pink, but those different shades of pink are communicating different things to people. So if you're trying to, you know, if you want to communicate like luxury or maybe softness, you know what I'm saying? Maybe a little calm state, you may go into the colors that are not as bold or not as pungent, right? As like something that's like bright and really poppy. You want to create excitement, you may push more into those bright colors. Does that make sense? So everyone's going to have an aesthetic. Now, some people will say, I'm only going to put 3 or 4 different colors on a page, and that's fine. You can do that, but I just want you guys to know, okay? The next thing when we think about the treatment that's happening on the imagery, like how clear is it? Like, are the colors really saturated? Are you doing custom backgrounds? Is it a lot of nature? Do we have like a lot of floral involved? Are there a lot of textures like fluffiness and softness and home environments? Like literally, what are we thinking about when we're actually looking at the clarity of the images, the saturation of the images, the brightness of the images? So I will give you guys an example. Okay, so a creator that I really, really like on TikTok is this chick. Her name is Nabila. Okay, or it may be Nabella. I think it's Nabila though, because it's just one L. So I'm gonna show y'all her page. Uh-oh. Can y'all see it over here in YouTube, Facebook land? It's kind of has a glare. I may have to pull it up on the screen so y'all can see it. I know for a fact y'all can see it over here right now on Instagram. But look at, let's see, TikTok. Look at the page. There you go. Y'all can see it better at the angle over here in TikTok. Okay. Everything is very white on her page. Like everything. Her house is pretty much all whites and beiges. She's explained to this a lot of times to people because she likes color. She likes white, and she says it calms her down. She doesn't like a lot of color. You know, I guess it's too overstimulating for her. So everything is whites and beiges and light, and she's literally just out here, you know, posting, cooking for her babies and her husband, and you know, she posts when she's working out and stuff like that from time to time. But it's really more like her page is about just kind of family. This is my life, and I want stuff to be pretty. But if you go to that page, it's very light and bright and white. That's her aesthetic. It's a bunch of different images, right? Because y'all can see there's all kinds of different images on her page, but you will notice there's always going to be some type of white or beige in the background. Always. Okay. The kitchen, the bread, the counters, even whenever she's setting the table with flowers, you know what I'm saying? They're white. The white walls. I mean, it's just, that's the aesthetic of the page. It's not bad, but there's always going to be a high amount of white or beige in there. So that's what I mean by your aesthetic. Now you'll notice, right, there's also a certain clarity or crispness to her images that she puts up on her video. She's making sure that they're really, really high quality on that side. Okay. So there's also a specific sizing that she's doing. Even with her angles, even if she's in the camera, there's always a very specific angle she's shooting from. If any of y'all watches her, she stands purposely, like in videos, I think she just does it by second nature. She always like pops her leg up and she's on her toe. She has it positioned probably about 6 inches in front of the other foot. She does that because that's the most aesthetically pleasing way for her body to be shot with the body build that she has. Literally, y'all go watch any of the videos where you see her standing or talking or she always gonna have that leg up and out every single time. Okay, because that's the aesthetics of her page, right? Then you go to somebody's page like mine, you clearly can see on my page that I love color, right? A lot of y'all had told me that, a lot of y'all tell me how beautiful my pages are. Y'all are like, actually, your pages are so pretty. But this is a very different aesthetic than the page y'all just saw. Totally different aesthetic. Everything on my page is, you're like 9 times out of 10, you're always going to see color on my page. You're always going to see color. Even the living room in my house, I don't have white walls. A lot of the really popular influencers, they all have like white or oatmeal, you know what I mean? They have like anything. It's like in a white family on their wall color. They're like, oh, it's relaxing and calm. And I'm like, well, I'm calm and relaxed, but I also like color. I'm an excitable personality. Some of you guys have actually DM me and said, oh, I love the colors on your walls. You know, what color is it? And I'll tell y'all it's like a custom blend, you know, and what we did to get that particular color. The paintings in my walls, like, okay, let me mute this because I don't want, y'all know how Instagram do. They'll give me a violation. But let's see if y'all can see this post. This is my formal living room. It's colored. The pictures in the back, all kinds of blues and golds and pinks and mirrors and chromes and stuff like that. And everybody always talks about how beautiful my home is, but it's a lot of color. Okay. So when you're thinking about your aesthetic, your aesthetic doesn't necessarily have to be that like everything has a particular cover on it. You know what I'm saying? That's not necessarily what it is, but it's about the clarity. Like if you look at my pictures, you look at my camera quality, if you go down my page, you can see where I was like, okay, let me get intentional. Cause I was like, I'm gonna take TikTok seriously. You can see a big transition in like my content. And you even in the videos and the way they're edited, you can see a big transition because I was like, this is what I want the aesthetic to be of this page. If you go far enough down my Instagram page, you can see like there was one point every 3 months I was changing the aesthetic of the page because I was trying to figure out what I wanted over there in Instagram land. And you can see like very, very clearly, like I'm telling y'all, if you go to the page, you'll be like, dang, you'll be like, oh, you'll be like, she went from this to this during this time. Then she went from this to this. Then you'll see where I was checkerboarding. Then I was like, I'm posting everything. Then I was trying to do like, pick up the background or the tertiary colors inside of other posts so that there was a certain look on the page. Like you will see, you scroll down my page far enough, then you can see when I was like, oh, I want to go back to the checkerboard because I can post more frequently because I started getting frustrated when there was this one particular aesthetic I was trying to keep on my page. I wasn't posting as often as I would like because realistically, I could not post until, you know what I mean? I could have posted, but realistically, the way stuff is set up, I did not post until I had this certain thing in line. So you can go down and you can see like a very clear aesthetic shift, even with the fonts. Okay. So on your fonts, I tell everybody you pick 3 fonts and you stick with those 3 fonts. Don't be all over the place with 25,000 different fonts. Okay. That's not what we're doing out here in these streets. You're going to pick your 3 and you're going to stick with your 3 dominant fonts. And then you can maybe, if we want to go for a reach, we'll give you 6, you know what I mean? But a lot of people are not going to use 6 on the secondary fonts. They're just going to have like their 3 primary, and then you have everything in the 2. Like everything is about creating the actual aesthetics to the page. And so when we look at, it's like, what is the feeling you want people to get? If y'all go down my page you can see even when I'm doing other posts, there's always lots of colors, right? There's a lot of pinks, a lot of blues, a lot of purples. You'll see a lot of oranges because I like color. So you're always going to see a lot of color on my page. You'll also see a lot of laptops. You'll see a lot of tablets, a lot of phones. You'll see all kinds of cool shots of desks, hands, and people that look like they're working. Why? Because I service people that are building businesses. And my thing is you can make your money and work from anywhere. Right? So that's why you see what you see on my page, because I'm very aware of what I want to be able to communicate on the page. And y'all need to put some thought into what is the aesthetic of your page. So just you figuring out how bright you want the images to be, what type of colors you would like to be in your backgrounds or on your head images, just by you thinking about like the actual fonts and what they're going to look like. And again, we don't need 50,000, 11 different fonts. Okay. If we're trying to have a page that's aesthetically pleasing, you trying to figure out if you're doing rows, if you're going to do 9 images in purple, 9 images in orange, 9 images in green, whatever you're going to do, that is a part of you planning. And that's a part of you branding. Does that make sense? Okay. Makes sense to everybody. So we're looking at the clarity. or the sharpness of the images. We're looking at the brightness of them. We're looking at like what's going on as far as the aesthetic. Like, is there a look like something you're trying to communicate? Am I trying to communicate luxury? Am I trying to communicate grit? Am I trying to communicate creativity? Am I right? Am I trying to communicate inspiration? Y'all will notice a lot of those gold pages, like those motivational and gold pages, almost all their posts are always in black and white. And they have like the word, you know what I'm saying? And their videos are all shot a very specific way. All the titles are in a very specific way on their pages. They use the same font for every single title. And then once the video starts, if there's like actual verbal, like a voiceover, or there's words there, they'll come out, right? And they'll have like the yellow highlight as it's hitting each word, because that's the aesthetic of that page. Does that make sense? Hey, Tammy, so you're trying to figure out what does the aesthetic of the page look like? What do you want your page to look like? And then you see some people's pages, they all over the place. There's no rule that says that your page has to be aesthetically pleasing. Let me be extremely clear. Okay. I have clients, their pages are all over the place. The fonts, the posts, the colors, the image cards, stuff, you know what I'm saying? But they're posting like 12, 13 times a day. You know what I'm saying? And it's working for them, and they're growing, and they're able to develop with their audience. So you just got to figure out what you want the page to look like. Okay. Now, number 6, this is the big one. How do you want people to feel when they come to your pages and when they see your content? How do you want people to feel? There should be 3 primary words that are pretty much dictating or guiding everything for your digital brand. So I use myself, for example. I want people to come to my page. I want y'all to feel educated. I want you to feel empowered to do it. So I like it when y'all are like, oh, I can do this. You made it easy. Like that. Hey, I'm winning. Ding, 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 ding. That's what I want. I want educated, empowered, and entertained. Those are my 3. If I had to slide a 4th one in there, probably like encouraged. Because a lot of people struggle, with encouragement and motivation. But that's really that's what I want you to feel on my page. You need to be educated. I'm going to entertain you a little bit, because I know business stuff can be a little bit boring. I'm right. I want you to feel empowered, like you feel like I'm confident I can do this. The steps are easy. I know what my roadmap is. And, like I said, another one probably like encouraged or motivation, because I know a lot of people struggle with that. So, and I want y'all to think about the content that's on my page. Pretty much all of my content is going to do one of those things. It's going to entertain you, educate you. Sometimes they do both. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to feel empowered, because I'm going to teach you something or show you something or break down something, or right, we're going into a concept or show you how to put together something on the back end, whatever is happening. But does that make sense? Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? So this is what I was talking about yesterday, that you need to think about your brand as a person. Even though I know the brand is not a physical person, I want you to think about the brand like the brand is a person. And if you brought your brand to brunch, or you brought your brand to a game night, what would your friends and family say about the brand after they left? Because literally that's what people are saying about your company or your brand. That's it. Do you want people to feel angry? You want them to feel excited? You want them to say it's a good thing? Do you want, what I'm saying? Do you want, like, what do you want people to do? How do you want them to feel? Okay. So number 6 is the feeling. You think about what feelings you want to put out here into the social media streets. You want people to feel uplifted. You want people to feel warm, like you're giving them a hug. You want people to feel like they're family. You know what I'm saying? When they're seeing your content, how do you want them to feel? Period. Okay. Number 7. Number 7779311. Hey. Okay. Number 7. Big deal. Your content buckets. Some people in the streets will call these content pillars. Our content buckets, our content pillars are literally like your 5. Okay, let me back it up. We talked about your brand. We talked about the service. We talked about who are you servicing. Well, there's very specific content that your people are going to want from you. Okay. And this is when we need to start thinking about our content buckets. A lot of times people will have way too many. Y'all will be like 12, 13 different content buckets. That's too much. People don't want all that from you. They're going to get confused very easily. I tell everybody to start with 5. You want to have at least 3, no more than 7. What is the content on this particular channel? Okay. So for example, I deal with mindset, marketing, money. Okay. So I'm going to have a bucket that normally is going to be over money. Okay. So my business tea kind of falls into all of that stuff too. All right. So we're just talking about money. So I could talk about business credit. I could talk about helping you price your products. I could talk about how you can retain more on the dollar. I could talk about how to acquire a new customer, whatever that's going to go under there. Then I have the marketing bucket, right? The content we're doing right now would go under marketing. Okay. I'm educating you guys on how to get your brand established so that you can have a better outcome. I talked to you guys yesterday about the actual proper, like choosing a profitable platform. I talked to y'all before about that, about your categories, right? So well, actually, that probably may be more into education. But anyway, I have a marketing budget and an education bucket where I like literally show people how to do things. We do definitions, we do terms, we do tactics, we do strategies, we do all of those sorts of types of things. Okay. The next like is a bucket for myself, anything under mindset. So for me, affirmations, energy, frequency trainings, breaking down on the biblical manifestation, who you are and your identity, not communicating your big ideas to people with small minds. All those sorts of types of things are going to go under the mindset one for me because it's about mental toughness and you being able to do what you need to do. And that fits in my channel because realistically, if you're building a business, you're going to have some mental toughness. Okay. You got to be good at manifesting stuff to be a business owner because baby, it ain't for the faint of heart. Right. So then we may turn around and then another bucket for me, which is a newer bucket that wasn't there before. A lot of y'all let me know that you wanted to know a little bit more kind of like about my personal life. So this is where I started doing the daily vlogs. So inside of my daily vlogs, a lot of times you will see me doing something that's work related, but this is also where like, you know, if I'm just online and I'm doing like a cooking video with a recipe or like a cleaning or a house reset or something around time management, that's where that comes from because y'all ask me for that. So that's why I put that there periodically. But on Instagram, I never used to put that type of content out there. I didn't think people cared about that from me until people started asking me during the vid, and people wanted to that they just wanted to know a lot of what I was doing and how I get so much done in a day. And I was like, okay, cool. I'll share it. Right. But so you're going to have to figure out what's the content you want to put out there for people. Right. Now on TikTok, my content buckets are totally different. On TikTok, do I do some business stuff? Yeah, like primarily through the live streams. But on my page, I'm normally helping you guys on growth and sustainability. We do a lot of like relationship and all kinds of relationships, familiar relationships, friendships, romantic relationships, co-working relationships. We do a lot of relationship talk. On TikTok, I definitely show way more of my personality and my personal life over here in TikTok. So you definitely will see a cooking video, a cleaning video, a closet organization, a shopping, trip, a vacation, all of that kind of stuff. And then I'm about to start dropping like the travel reviews over here. Okay. And we do the business tea, which started in TikTok, and Instagram just happened to like it too. And y'all be all in the business tea on YouTube land sometimes too. But realistically, very different content. If you go from Instagram, my Instagram is pretty much you like this woman is about her business. You come over here to TikTok, oh, I'm with the ish. Okay, I'm with the foolishness. All right, I'm with it. Okay, you'll catch me in a panel over here and all kinds of stuff. But in Instagram land, it's more just strictly about the business. So you can have different content buckets for different social media platforms as well. Okay, Number eight, your price points are a part of your brand, and people don't think about this, but it's very, very true out here in these streets. Okay, it's very, very true out here in these streets when we come to the price points. Okay, you said, why am I finding out about your TikTok today? Because I don't cross promote Bright Colors. A lot of people cross promote and they're like, follow me here, from another platform. I don't do that. I believe in building up my platforms organically because I feel like it really gives me a true count, you know what I'm saying, of like how many people are in the kingdom. So a lot of times people will be like, oh, this person has over 5 million followers, across their social media platforms, but they really don't have 5 million followers because it's kind of like the same people, across. There's a little bit of overlap. There's some of y'all that love my dirty, stinky draws and y'all follow me, everywhere. Y'all are connected with me on multiple platforms, but most of y'all are not. Most of the people that find me on YouTube, y'all stay in YouTube. The people that find me on Facebook, stay in Facebook. Some of y'all that find me on TikTok, y'all like fooling with. Well, TikTok is a culture of being able to follow people to other stuff. So that was not a good example because I'd be like, hey, come into Discord and people gonna come from TikTok. A lot of y'all that know me on Instagram, baby, y'all just know me on Instagram. Hey, transformational best friend. So realistically, I like the people that's on LinkedIn. A lot of people on LinkedIn, they have no idea that I have all this going on social media. They just connected with me there. So I've always done that. Like I just build each platform up organically. But yeah, so that's why a lot of y'all that are on YouTube, y'all like, well, she got TikTok? Yeah, I got TikTok. And I be doing the most. Anyway. So long story long, okay, we got to figure out what the content pillars are going to be for that particular platform. Because on LinkedIn, I'm straight up business. There's nothing, you don't go down my LinkedIn, there's nothing personal on my LinkedIn. Like to the point, like you can go back for years, all the way to the time when I was getting married and having my wedding. Nothing, no mention of it. My LinkedIn is straight up business. It's business tips, it's business information. It's ways to do this, ways to do that, letting people know about the upcoming trainings and webinars I have. It may be a highlight or a clip of me speaking at an event or something like that. But baby, that's all they get on LinkedIn. There's no, like, I really do not have any personality on LinkedIn. I'm very, very business, very corporate on LinkedIn. So you can figure out what your pillars are going to be, right? And what that brand, like what that voice is going to be. For some of y'all, it may, like me, it may change from platform to platform. My voice is pretty much the same everywhere except for on LinkedIn. I'm way more relaxed, way more approachable on like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, stuff like that. LinkedIn, no. Okay, like I'm on my boss time over there. So anyway, pick your content pillars, okay, aka your content buckets is how we like to refer to them in the kingdom. And literally, they're just going to give you a guide or a model for your content, okay? Now, number 8 is your price points. How much are you charging for what it is that you're charging? Because a lot of y'all, right? And this kind of correlates way back up with number 2 when we talked about the audience that you serve. So a lot of times y'all have price points that don't fit your audience. And I don't care how, like, let me be clear. I don't care how badly you want to price something at a specific price point if the audience of people you service cannot afford it or don't see the value in it. I said what I said. So literally, you know what I mean? I will have people and they will be like, oh, they'll be like, the price of my program is $2,000. And I'll be like, okay. And they'll be like, well, no one's buying it. I don't have any customers coming in. And I will go and do an audit, right? And I kind of go through their audience. I'll go through their customer list. I'll go through their followers that they have. And I will quickly be able to see, well, even though you've accumulated 50,000 followers, on Facebook, and you have, 100,000 on TikTok and 200,000 on Instagram, they can't afford what you're offering. I'm going through and I'm looking at their comments and I'm looking at their pages and seeing how often they like vacation and eat out and what type of clothes they're wearing. You have a bunch of people that eat. I don't care that you want to make this $2,000. They can afford closer to $497. And if you change the price at $497, you would have a bunch of sales. And they always want to fight with me. And I'll be like, well, let's do a test. And I'll turn around and I'll be like, let's have a sale. Okay. And it's easy to have a sale because it's like always some holiday coming up. Let's have a sale or a special promotion. And we're going to drop the price down to this. And magically they get 25 sales. So it's not that people didn't want your stuff. The audience that you're targeting could not afford it. And so what I'm telling y'all is that your prices are a part of your branding. And so we have to make sure that our options and our offers are priced at what's affordable to our community that we service. Because your price points are going to control your packaging, they're going to control your delivery, they're going to control the quantities that people can get. Your price points are going to determine all of that. Your price points are going to determine even like where you can advertise, if you have to do grassroots advertisement, or if you're going to be able, right, or if you're going to be able to spend a bunch of money on ads and testing. Okay, your price points are a part of your brand. And y'all keep in mind, okay, there's three things. People maybe want the best price or the lowest price. Okay, people normally want stuff very, very fast. Okay, they want a fast turnaround. Okay, and then people like quality, they want good quality, and you got to pick which of the two you want to be. Typically, if somebody can get something high quality or the best quality and they can get it to you done fast, baby, it's going to cost you a lot of money. If somebody can get it done for you in good quality and cheap, they can't get it for you fast. If they can get it to you fast, you know what I'm saying, and at a low price, it's not going to be the best quality. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Like, so literally, you're going to have to, you as the business owner, you have to figure out who are you servicing and what's the price point for that audience. Some of y'all are in a point where you need to transition. You have one audience, you're at a specific price point, and you're trying to transition to an audience that can afford the higher price points and the different customizations that you're willing to offer. Okay. And there are ways to transition. Don't worry. In this series, we're going to do a whole training over pricing and how to get people to pay your premium pricing. Okay. I'm not going to throw this out here and then not tell you how to do it. Okay. But I need y'all to understand how important your price point, okay, is, and the accessibility of a client being able to purchase it. For example, in the manifestation challenge that's coming up, because I know I'm trying to work with 16 people and that's it. Literally, if I would have wanted to work with, like, let's say if I was going to have 300 people in the challenge, all I would have to do is lower the price. But the way this challenge is set up with these daily interactions and these daily devotionals, we can't have 300 people in there at a time. Y'all that like to work with me, y'all like, oh, Ashley, I want to work with you one-to-one. Baby, y'all be all in the inbox till I hit you with the price. No, baby, you don't want to work with me one-to-one. That's why I'm telling you to come into Instacorn Academy, because that's the most affordable option. Ashley, I want to work with you one-to-one. Okay, book a power session or a laser session. If you're not doing that, we're not working together one-to-one. You're going to get these free trainings, or you're going to get you something, right, that's already packaged up. You're going to buy a digital product, right, or a course that's already put together. If you want one-to-one, you have to pay the one-to-one pricing because of the level of customization and the amount of time that I spend with my one-to-one clients, literally one-to-one. Does that make sense? However, I'm not running around trying to offer a $165,000 package to people that I know for a fact their budget is more accommodating for something that maybe is $297. So when I go and speak at specific conferences, or they bring me in at different leadership events, or they bring me in for like high ticket sales trainings, or people bring me to a private event, okay, right? If people bring me to that and I know I'm sitting in a room full of C-level executives and entrepreneurs and different, owners, right? If I'm inside of those spaces, yeah, you want to work with me one-to-one to implement a lot of this stuff in your company, to help you get your training done, to help you on the scale side, to help you reformat your packaging, to help you put together your digital branding and your outreach, and help you come up with inbound campaigns and help you with your CVO and all that other stuff that I do. Here's the package. You can sign up and work with me. It's going to be in between $165,000 and $255,000. And guess what, y'all? They pay it. But would I turn around and be like, oh, this is an offer for you as an individual? No. But what we can do for y'all, we can do done for you services. We can build your funnels. We can write your emails. We can do your opt-in pages. We can help you with your lead magnet formation. We can do your tripwires, and we can do that at affordable price points for you all, right? You can come into my Instacorn Academy and you can work with me and my success coaches for a year, right? And you can do that for $7,500 to come into the program, or if you catch it on sale, it may be $5,000. And if you catch it on my birthday, wink, 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 hint, 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 it's probably going to be under the $5,000. So if you're trying to get in, that may be a good day that you need to get on in. You see what I'm saying? The birthday celebration weekend may be the time you need to go and pull the trigger and jump into Instacoin, because there's nowhere else. They're going to give you weekly live trainings and weekly coaches and help you with all the stuff that we do, even down to your business credit. There's nowhere else they're going to do that at under $400 a month. They're not, it doesn't happen. Okay. So long story long. Okay. You have to know what the price point is for your audience. A lot of y'all are new to me. Y'all literally just learned about me over the past 2 or 3 days. So what you need to do, click the link in the bio and buy the $16 deal of the day. Right. So now you can see, or what the experience is with working with the product. Does that make sense? I have a lot of clients that start with me at $16 products, and now they're, working with me where they're paying $16,000, $17,000 for specific offers, services, training, consulting, those sorts of types of things. Okay. So for a lot of y'all, you have to figure out the price point, and this goes back to your audience. Who's in your audience, and what can I offer that fits inside of one of those people's price points? You can't, I don't care how fantastic you think your stuff is. You can't charge $2,000 for it if your audience literally cannot afford the $2,000. They may want it, but if they can't afford it, you can't charge that for it. You're going to continue to not have sales. But if you find you drop something that's $297 and all of a sudden 35 people come in and they purchase it from you, well, now you're going to have to cultivate some offers, right, that are going to be more affordable for them. And in the meantime, you have to shift your targeting, because now you're going to have to start targeting other people that can afford those higher price points. See how that works? Okay. Number 9, reputation and alignment. Ooh, buddy. Okay. I'm about to say what I'm going to say, and however y'all feel about it is however y'all feel about it. But what I need y'all to do right now, I need to feel y'all tapping the screen. We should be at 100,000 taps real life, okay, especially with everything that I'm giving out. I have not seen any little hearts float across my Instagram page in quite a long time. I haven't seen my likes go up in Facebook or YouTube in forever. YouTube, it says I only have 4 likes. Child, y'all is out here playing games with me. Y'all are playing games with me. If y'all don't like these screens right now, if y'all don't share and invite right now, your biz bestie, if you don't do it right now, I promise you I will end this stream. Okay, and I'm not gonna tell you number 9 and 10, but they important, because y'all know ain't nobody sat here and spent this much time with y'all breaking down the 10 things that actually are your brand identity. Y'all know ain't nobody did it, and they sure didn't do it for free. So god dang it, you can tap that screen. Thank you for everybody in TikTok land who has sent me a sombrero, a mariachi hat. Thank you, Alyssa Mitchell 21. Thank you, Penta Profit. Thank you, Robin B. Thank you, Glorious Locks. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much, Dumplings 72 CA. I appreciate you guys so much. Y'all, please make sure you're tapping the screen and you are sharing. Okay. And if this information is helping you, you said it's 24 now. Come on now. If this information is helping you, make sure you click the link in the bio, tap the first button. That's how you get the $16 deal today. Dr. Daphne Clark, thank you for all of the shares. I'm very appreciative. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. You said you're the best out here in the realest. Thank you, Alyssa. Thank you, love. All right. So the reputation and alignment. People do not want to hear this. You said YouTube is wrong. I have more likes. Okay, thank you, baby. YouTube is only showing me 4, maybe because I'm going through StreamYard, but it only shows me 4. And I was like, baby, that's disrespectful. Okay. All right, y'all. And I know people always tell me, Ashley, we're taking notes when you're in here giving content, but I need y'all to take the notes and tap the screen at the same time. Okay. All right. So reputation and alignment, you guys. This is a huge one, all right? And this is a way to like this is a shortcut. I don't want to say like cheat your way like into a different audience really quickly, but this is the easiest way to do it. Like if I'm being honest, this is the easiest way to do it. Your reputation and your brand alignment. First of all, we want to try and make sure we keep a pristine reputation that matches with what we want people to feel. Okay. And we talked about the imagery, we talked about the aesthetics and all of that stuff, honey. But when we get out here in these streets, y'all be making some crazy bad like brand alignment missteps. And I'm like, what are they doing? And I can't save all of y'all. Yes, this is number 9, baby. This is number 9. Okay. So the best way I can explain brand alignment to you guys is I want you to think about it like an endorsement if you're working with another creator or a person. Okay. And then, okay, when we think about brand alignment from actual physical items or projects, remember I told y'all the majority of communication is nonverbal. So you can line up something. Okay, you can line up your things with something that's like really expensive or something that's very exclusive or something that's very particular or something that's like very like earthy or, you know what I mean, whatever it is, you can line it up with something. And so by default, this is what people are going to start to think about your offer. Do y'all think that it's a coincidence that a few years ago Walmart started? Y'all remember, well, it's been more than a few years ago. It's been maybe like a decade. Y'all remember when Walmart used to be gray and blue? Does anybody remember that? Walmart used to be gray and blue. Hey, Denia. And Walmart, what they do, they started changing their colors to like those brown tones. Earthy, organic. We're conscious of what's happening on the planet. That's what they are trying to communicate. Y'all notice there's like a beige mom trend, right? And you'll see a lot of these influencers. They want everything to be beige and white. The handles on pots and pans that used to be metal, now they're charging you double if you want them to have like a wood grain on the top, or if you want them to look like they have bamboo on them, right? Right? Like things, people are like putting them inside of cardboard boxes with the big block letters. You'll see things that are done in like packaging that's like light brown and stuff like that. This is literally all a part of alignment. So they want to align with a certain thought or a certain frequency, right? Because the color communicates something, right? Then you'll see somebody, maybe they have an online boutique, and every time they take a picture with one of their outfits from the online boutique, you'll notice that the models are always carrying a Chanel bag or a Fendi purse or Louis Vuitton, or they have Hermes slides on and a pair of big Hermes, you know, like earbobs or something like that. That is brand alignment. So now it helps you in it helps the customer have a higher perceived value. So now whenever you're out here in these streets, okay, you out here in these streets and you see this little dress online in this boutique and they're selling you this dress for $129, you as the customer have a higher perception of it. You see what I'm saying? Because they pictured it with a Fendi purse or a Chanel bag or the Hermes slides. Okay. And also you're looking at the aesthetics, like what does the room look like behind them, right? You'll see a lot of flower cascades and big mirrors and open windows and eccentric furniture and stuff like that. They're doing that because that's a part of brand alignment, and they're communicating to you that their brand is elevated or that their brand is luxury. This is a part of what they are doing. This is how it works. And you can do the same thing with your brand. Again, when we start thinking about the audience that we want to service, well, what other products or services or what other influencers are these people working with? Because that's going to help you communicate, right? That's going to help you communicate. That's going to help you in the brand alignment. Does that make sense? Does that make sense to everybody? I'll give you guys another real life example. Y'all know there's this big beef between iPhone and Android. And everybody with an iPhone user, baby, y'all like to roll your eyes and suck your teeth at all of us Samsung users and all of us Android holders. This is like a real thing. They did this with marketing. Now they're being sued, and it's coming to light that for years they purposely would change the text box to a green when it was coming from somebody with a Samsung. So that way it would create something in your head to make you feel like, ugh. You know what I'm saying? In the particular shade of green that they chose. They purposely make sure that whenever someone from an Android sends you an image or a video that they granulated, that they won't let the full pixels come through. They do it intentionally. Do it intentionally. And we've told y'all this for years. A lot of times people on Samsung, we get stuff years before they get it on iPhone. And in the lawsuit, their actual argument is basically everyone else in the world knows that iPhones are trash. It's only in America that they think that it's a good product based on the marketing. Y'all go look at the lawsuit. That's pretty much their argument to the lawsuit. They're like, well, everybody else in the world knows that we don't have a superior product. Right? But this was literally a part of reputation and alignment. So Apple knew that they could not beat the superiority that a lot of Android devices were built on. So it honestly was kind of like a reputation assassination, and they convinced a lot of the Apple users to buy into it. And so people with iPhone would always be talking about those of us with Androids that we're broke, or that we're recording on a potato, and all kinds of crazy stuff that they would say about us, and literally it was not true. They just got a group of people to believe in. They just got a group of people to believe in it. So when it definitely, right, affected their sales in a positive way, because a lot of people that use Apple products, they are really loyal to Apple. Not only do they have an iPhone, you know what I'm saying? They have a MacBook, they have their iPads, they have the earbuds. Okay, y'all should have known something was up there. I told y'all they was on some other type of time. I remember that year they took away everybody's headphone jacks to force all y'all to have to buy pods. You say you're an iPhone user, Bright Colors, go look it up. And go look it up. You say, yep, I get smaller pics from Androids, great quality from iPhones. Yeah, they do that. They do that intentionally. So you absolutely can use reputation and alignment to boost your sales. Okay, so they literally, and I'm not encouraging y'all to do what Apple did as far as like slander the reputation of Androids, right? By purposely causing like pictures and videos to come in different and changing the colors of the text and all that. I'm not saying do that, but what I would encourage you to do is the brand alignment with who you're associated with as far as other creators, the pictures you're doing, the actual products you are using, what you have going on like in your background and stuff like that. So that way you can communicate the proper perceived value that you're looking. Okay. And that's like a real fast way to shortcut. There's a really, really fast way to shortcut. You said all of my devices except for my Obama phone are Apple. I'm telling you, they did a good job creating that brand loyalty. Okay, you said you like Apple's marketing strategy. I don't feel like I should have to slander or cut somebody down. Hey, finesse your mess to get people to buy from me. You said that video makes you sick, got you out here looking crazy, right? All right, so everybody give it a 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. We are finally to number 10. We've been talking about establishing a profitable brand, and there are actual 10 components, and I've been going through them one by one in great detail today. If you have found this information useful, if you found it helpful, make sure you click the link in the bio and you get the $16 deal today, okay, which is the brand identity in 10 steps. If you found today's information helpful, I promise you're going to love today's deal of the day. It's only $16 because we're celebrating $16 May, okay, because my birthday is May 16th, and so you get it today for only $16 instead of $149.97. Okay, that's a heck of a deal. Okay, that's a heck of a deal. 16 instead of 149. Okay, go and do it. Get it. Even if you have to, crack the information open a little later, you still need to go and get the product of the day. Okay. Do it like that, okay? Just like that. Now, out here on the No Like Trust Factor in these streets. Okay, is number 10. This goes into this goes into establishing yourself as a resource or a community. I'm kind of happy that expert culture is dying out. I could not stand it for years. People would be like, you need to be an expert, you need to be an expert, you need to be an expert. No, and I feel like it was encouraging people to lie, if I'm being honest. I mean, people are lying on their own, but I feel like a lot of people felt like they had to like ramp up who they were or what they were or what they had to offer in business because they wanted so badly to be an expert. You know what I'm saying? And the reality of the situation, I've always told y'all this, you need to be a resource or you need to be a part of a community or creating a community, cultivating a community. That's really going to be the key. And so this happens through know, like, and trust. So KLT basically says if people do not know you or the brand, right, or have some type of level of familiarity with the offer or the products, okay, if they don't like you and if they don't trust you, they're not going to open up their wallet and spend money with you. It's really that simple. So your goal is to use social media to socialize with your audience, okay? AKA get to know them. So this is where you'll see like a lot of creators will be on the app, like playing games with people. You'll see a lot of us, you know, doing like questions. You'll see a lot of us talking about trending topics. You'll see a lot of us floating on panels and stuff like that because we want our audiences to know us. This is also why you'll see a lot of us that build private communities like Discords, or we have apps or Slack groups and stuff like that. And you're bringing all you, Nisha, thank you for all my cheers. Woo-hoo. You'll see us bringing, right, like actively practicing to bring those different groups or to bring those people together inside of a community environment because it deepens the relationship. We can share back-end information. We can share things that are going to be exclusive to our audiences. And guess what it does? The trust. We build up the trust factor way faster because now I'm not some talking head. So for instance, one of the reasons you guys have no problem purchasing from me is because y'all know y'all can slide in my DM and I'll answer. Now, granted, it may take me a while. I saw a message this morning from somebody that had messaged me like weeks ago, but in my defense, Instagram put them inside of the request folder, and then there's a new subfolder inside of the request folder. I didn't know about the other subfolder. And so I was like, oh, snap. I was like, they've been sitting over here for a very, 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 very long time. So anyway, long story long. But for the most part, y'all know y'all can slide in my DM. Y'all know y'all can email our customer support. Y'all know y'all are going to find me on the live streams. You know what I'm saying? Out here talking to y'all. Y'all know realistically that you can find me. You also can see my face. You know I'm a real human being. You know this is not going to be if you purchase something from me that I'm going to disappear. Y'all know people used to love to do that. They literally used to do money grabs. They would cut. Do y'all remember that? Oh my God, I'm so happy that era is over. What they would do, well, it's not all the way over because some of the people that was doing a bunch of scamming stuff on Instagram and YouTube, they came to TikTok and reinvented themselves with a new personality. But I don't want to go there and call out no names. I'm just trying to tell y'all it is real in these streets. Okay. There was a time though, this was very, very prevalent. And people would come up with some type of course, or they would have like a boot camp or a workshop, or they would come up, they would like sell tickets to an in-person event and they would sell a lot of it. And then they would just get people's money and just disappear. Y'all remember that? That was like really prevalent, probably like, I feel like 5-6 years ago, big time. Definitely for sure in the Periscope days, that would be like maybe 7-8 years ago. But this was like a real problem, like to the point that the stories were starting to make the world news. And I remember this girl, some of y'all gonna know exactly who I'm talking about because she's on TikTok and she's rebranded herself basically as a Jesus Barbie now. Okay. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with Jesus Barbies. I love a good Jesus Barbie. Some people, if I talked about God all the time and the way I look, people put me in the category of a Jesus Barbie, right? So long story long, what this girl did, she had a health and wellness business, and she was supposed to be doing custom nutrition plans for people and custom workouts and some other stuff. She sold a gaggle of it. I'm talking about almost $250,000, if not more, of this stuff. And she never delivered the sessions. She never delivered like the menus, the meal plans. She never did any of it. So this story made the world news. Like if you go YouTube it, you'll see all kinds of stories about her and stuff. And then like she did not want to refund people this money. Then, like a little bit after the story broke on the world news, I remember she got, y'all know, when people with the apologies, they get online and they cry. And I don't know why they always like to sit on the floor. They always like to sit on the floor though. Like, I guess I'm closer to the floor, so it's humbler. You know what I'm saying? So anyway. She's like sitting on the floor. She's crying. I'm young. I'm a business owner. I didn't realize I was going to do so well. I'm overwhelmed. Blah, 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 blah. Long story long, baby. She did shortly after shut down those pages and she kept everybody's money. Nicole, you remember this? Yes, it was wild. It was wild. But she was not the only person doing it because there's a couple of them. I've done stories. They actually had to do, a couple of them got arrested. They had to do prison time. So anyway, long story long, she disappears, she goes away, and one day I'm over here on TikTok, baby, and I'm just scrolling, and she shows up in my timeline, and I'm like, this girl looks really, really familiar. I'm like, she looks so familiar to me, but I couldn't connect the dots that it was her, you know what I'm saying? But I just knew she looked familiar to me, and I was just like, anyway, and then y'all know how TikTok does, they'll keep putting somebody in your timeline for a few days, and if you don't follow or interact with them, eventually they go out. So she shows up in there like the 4th or 5th day, and I'm like, where do I know this girl from? I'm like, let me go to her page. And I go to her page, and I was like, this is a scammer. I was like, I remember. But now she's rebranded herself. All she talks about is Jesus and faith and the Lord and how God can change you, and you're not what people say about you, and blah, 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 blah. But a scammer gonna scam, because not long after she did a live event here, on the TikTok platform, she marketed a live event out here to the people, and guess what happened? Guess what happened? She did a live event, and guess what happened? Baby, she didn't show up, and didn't want to refund those people. Then they did some stuff. It was like a homeless man or something that they had picked up, or a guy that was down on his luck, and they were supposed to be helping him, and they started this GoFundMe and accepted all these donations for this guy and didn't give them to him. Like, that's not funny, but the fact that she like just reinvented herself so she could just keep coming to scam is wild. And so what a lot of them would do is they would like grift from one platform to another. Okay. So part of the way you're going to increase your know, like, and trust factor, if I'm being honest with you guys, is having stability on a platform. So this is why people like me always tell you to post consistently. Is it like, I don't want you necessarily being focused on, oh, I'm trying to get viral. Like, I know all of us post because we want views and we want the content to be shared and we want it to circulate and stuff. But for a lot of y'all, like literally this trying to get to where you're posting at least once a day is going to help people trust you, because you'll notice with a lot of grifters, they're kind of here, then they're gone, they're here, then they're gone, or they just pop up when it's time to sell you something. Okay. And so people normally don't take, you may be able to get people with that once or twice, but after that, people, baby, they're going to be on to you. Okay. They're going to be on to you. They're not going to want to be with that ish. Okay. The next thing, whenever we get into the know, like, and trust factor, this is where your collaborations and aligning with other people is going to help you major. Okay, is going to help you in one of the most. So remember, I told you can like shortcut when you're using like reputation and alignment. So if you want people to be able to trust you faster, you find the people that they already trust. Okay, and you can work with them through ads. You can work with them through interviews. You guys can actually create content together. You can work with them. There's just so many ways you can work with them. You can be a part of literally turn on the notifications, and every time they post, you can be one of the first people to comment in their community. So it brings you attention, and other people will like your comment in your post and come and see you, or sometimes at you and stuff like that. So like you tapping into already established communities, or people that already have a good reputation inside of the community, and you aligning with them and working with them will absolutely help you in the know, like, and trust department much more than people could ever imagine, and it's going to get you down there quickly. Also, something really, really easy that a lot of people miss out when it comes to the know, like, and trust factor, when you can answer specific questions from your audience. So if there's super specific questions, or there's like something common that you keep seeing reoccurring, you literally can say, hey, I'm going to create content around this. And because you're giving people helpful information, or information that makes them feel better, or that they're able to save time with, maybe they can save money or make money with it, or it's information that makes them like feel good. You know what I mean? It's giving them some type of answer, right? Or some type of resolve. That's also a really easy way to build up your know, like, and trust factor super fast. So this is one of the reasons that somebody like me, you'll see me get online all the time, and people are like, dang, you're very consistent and you're always teaching. Well, that's because I'm literally, and it's not fair to me, but it's the truth. I literally have to prove to y'all, when you're new to me, that I'm not a scammer. Because unfortunately, again, there's so many people y'all met before you get to me that scammed you. And there's so many people on the internet, like running all these ads, you know, talking about how they made $12 million with their business, but and they never had to make a post, but yet they're running an ad to you nonstop. Anyway, I don't get to, anyway, there's a lot that goes on. And so because of this, I understand this. And this is why, like, I'm constantly on doing like free trainings and content for you guys, because y'all, I have to be able to let you guys know that I'm safe. And I can say I'm safe all day long. But realistically, when y'all experience it for yourself, and you have other people that are endorsing me, and people that are reputable, and y'all don't see me sliding around here and there with everybody and anybody, it helps with my know, like, and trust factor. Does that make sense to everybody? So you can figure out what that needs to look like for you. So you can look for people that have complementary products and services to yours. You can look for industry leaders. You can look for content creators or influencers inside of your industry. You can look for people that you can collaborate with, because y'all are very similar to one another and you complement each other. So you guys can start interviewing and panels and streaming and creating content and sharing each other's stuff. You can do that to be able to build up. And what it is because this other person has a good reputation with their audience, and their audience already knows, likes, and trusts them. When this person gives you an endorsement, then their people are going to be more accepting of you much, much faster. Does that make sense? So you can do the work. You need to be doing both. You need to do the work like the way that I'm telling you guys, you're putting in the work, but you also need to be tapping into existing audiences already. And that's going to help you with your know, like, and trust factor. Oh, thank you so much, Divine Taste Cooking. Thank you. But does that make sense? Everybody picking up what I'm putting down? So those are your 10 components to your brand identification. Okay. Number one is all the old school stuff, your logo, your slogan, your mission statement, you know, your color choice, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Yeah. Number two is going to be 2 through 10, in my opinion, are far more important than number one, and they're going to carry you way further than a logo ever would. Okay. So number 2 is going to be the audience that you service. Thank you, Ben. Ben, that was really good. They came in right on time. Mika, come on home. We're finna get into Q&A, baby doll. Thank you. All right, y'all. Y'all know the drill with Q&A. You can start typing your questions. And if you want to request up, you can come up and you can ask your question too. Either way. But okay, so, and oh, by the way, if y'all found this information helpful, make sure you click the link in the bio. You want to get the $16 deal today because you need it in your life. And instead of you paying $147.97 for it, like, why not get it for the free $99? Okay, that's all I'm saying. I'm just trying to help you out. All right. But anyway, number 2 is going to be the audience that you service. Number 3 is going to be your brand's voice or your personality. Number 4 is going to be your brand story. Remember, it needs to be simple and realistic. And relatable. Number 5 is going to be the actual overall aesthetic of the timeline or the page, the packaging, the products, all of that. Number 6 is going to be the feeling, like those 3 things that you want people to feel whenever they're coming into contact with your brand. Number 7 is going to be your content buckets. Okay. Number 8 is going to be the actual price point that your products are offered at. And then number 9 is going to be your reputation and your alignment. And number 10 is going to be your know, like, and trust factor. Okay. They all work together. They all work together out here in these streets.
There you are.
What's going on, bro? How you doing?
How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Hey, Shauna said, let's fucking have a fight. So I figured I'll bring you in. You want to run one?
Yeah, we can run one. Y'all probably want to mute me because we're going through Q&A. We just finished up brand identity. So I'm going to be on some boring stuff. But yeah, we can do it.
I have a Q&A. I have a question.
What's your question?
Why are you so awesome?
Ask the Lord. I could ask the same thing about you. Hey, Tyler, how you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing all right.
I mean, you know Shauna and Tyler?
This is my first time meeting Shauna. I've met Tyler before. I don't know if he remembers, but I met Tyler before. But this is my first time meeting Shauna. Hey, girl. Hey.
Hello.
How are you?
How are you?
Good. I like the pink. That's
Good.
cute. I literally was spent
Fam,
probably
Shauna,
20 minutes today talking about how much I love color.
Talk about us doing like the meetup and all that stuff that you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Shauna's one of the few creators I've actually met in person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So she legit. Yeah. She cool people.
She's cool people.
We can fool with her. She cool, so we can fool with her
all the time.
Well, hopefully we'll
Except
get
to. If you're around her, she will mama the shit out of you.
Well,
that's true.
Very true.
So she's very nurturing. That's nurturing. She cares. She don't want anybody to get hurt.
Well,
I like
have
that.
4 kids, so it comes naturally.
Oh, that's so sweet. Shout out to all the mama bears in the building.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so y'all mute me.
All right, team.
Y'all mute me while I'm talking about my boring brand and stuff.
Okay.
Everybody, I need y'all to tap that screen, okay, and drop your questions. Don't forget, we need you to drop comments too because it helps activate the speed round. All right, now your 10 components of your brand ID, your logo, number 1, logo, slogan, mission statement, all of that. That's old school, antiquated. I'm not saying that it doesn't matter, but it does not matter as much as these other 9 things on the list. Number 2, the audience that you service. Number 3, your brand voice, aka the brand's personality. Number 4 is going to be your brand story or your why. Number 5 is going to be the overall aesthetics, and aesthetics is everything, y'all. It's the social media posts, it's your packaging, it's what your digital products and your physical products look like, it's what you look like when you show up on the camera. All of that matters, okay? Number 6 is the feeling. How do we want people to feel? Do we want people to be happy? Do we want them to be sad? Do we want them to be excited? What do we want people to have going on? Okay. Number 7, what are your content buckets? Remember 3 to 7. Most people, you can start off with 5. If you got over 7, you're doing too much. And people are not going to be able to peg down how you're supposed to help them or service them or what they're supposed to get from you as a creator. Okay. Number 8, your price points. All right. Number 9, your reputation and alignment. Number 10, your know, like, trust factor. Y'all, our gift target is $850. So 2 money guns, kill this, or y'all can send me the mariachi hats. Send me 2 or 3 of those mariachi hats. Thank you. Thank you, Glorious Locks. Hey, do we have any inventory that's about to expire? Or y'all are giving Q&A? Drop. Don't waste the 2 times gifted points. Anybody got a glove that's about to expire? Because if so, we should throw it. Just so we don't lose it. And y'all come in. Thank you. Thank you. Why'd y'all throw the timer? Thank you for the money. Thank you, Janelle. Okay, we got to have a training. Thank you for the money guns, Janelle. Yes, thank you for the mariachi hats. Aye. That's what we want is the mariachi hats. Thank you, Elisa. Aye. Queen Niche, thank you for the heart. Glorious Locks, thank you for my mariachi hat. Let's go. Glorious Locks, Queen Nisha, thank you for my hearts. Mary, thank you for my mariachi hat. Glorious Locks. Okay, y'all better kill it on the mariachi hats. Let's go. Okay. Now look, y'all, when we do the timer, I understand we're like, oh, it's about to expire, because we're gonna have some training when we get into battle. You don't drop your timer as an extender until like at the end. You use it almost the same way somebody would snipe with points. And then we don't drop a timer unless the score is really, really close and we're like down and we need time to be able to eat up. So if you throw a time extender super early, y'all just threw another one. Why y'all keep throwing the time extenders? What are y'all doing? But y'all don't throw the timer until like, hey, we know we need the time to keep it popping. Okay. So yeah. Now with the gloves, especially if they're about to expire, I like them to be played on the doubles, and we like them to be played in the end defender role if you're gonna do them. But it's a glove up there right now, team. So y'all should use that glove. Okay. Tap the gloves and the gift, tap the gloves and the gift. Well, it's gone now. But I hope that makes sense. All right. And then some of you guys, I know you're getting power ups and you don't battle with us on a regular basis and you don't know what those power ups are. So the glove actually looks like a little boxing glove. You see that little hammer that was up there? It just puts like funny little graphics on the other person. It doesn't do anything. I don't know why TikTok keeps giving them to us, but then I also kind of feel like in the back of my mind, maybe the hammer does do something and we haven't figured it out yet. I don't know. And then they give you a time maker. So the time maker gives you an extra 10 seconds on the clock at the end. And then they will give you a mist. And so when you drop the mist, the other team can't see our points, but we can see theirs. Unless they missed us, then we just all out here blind. And you got to go for what you know out here in the streets. Okay. So that's how that works. Okay. LaTonya, you say you lost on the battles. You have to come into TikTok and it'll make sense. You have to kind of be in a battle to get what happens in the battle. You said, real talk, I never met Ashley Ann a day in my life, but I know there is anyone that's going to get a text message video Zoom meeting. I see your face every day. Thank you, my love. Yes, a nonprofit has to have a no like trust factor. Thank you, Glorious Locks. Yes, you can. Yes. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna say this again. I know it's a few of y'all in here running nonprofits. I don't know what they're teaching y'all when y'all go to these conferences and stuff for nonprofits, but they're not telling y'all the truth. Just because you have a nonprofit doesn't mean you don't have to market or brand. Thank you for my mariachi heads pen. Thank you, love. It doesn't mean you don't have to market. You still have to market. See, now would be a good time. That would have been a good time for a timer. Swim. Thank you for what was that? My little turtle power. That was cute. The splashy. That was so cute, Swim. And thank you so much for the splashy. That was a good snipe.
Oh,
That was a good snipe.
Fucking blended. Fucking blended.
is a snipe right there, boy.
That was a good
Bro,
snipe.
he's been watching and learning. Hell yeah.
Now see how I was just telling y'all about the timer? That would have been the time to use the timer.
Fucking D. Holy shit.
That's a good snipe
He was
though.
just leveling up his heartbeat level.
Thank you.
MVP Glorious Locks SNHB. Y'all follow the top three bubbles. Glorious Locks SNHB. Beginner Swim. Janelle Nail Tech Business. Special shout out to Alyssa.
Pam, use her emotes.
Hey Pam and Jesse, how y'all doing? And F and Val.
Well, mama, all my tappers guys, MVP.
That was an epic snipe.
That was.
Dang.
Tabby, how you doing?
Not Josh learning them epic snipes.
That was good.
So,
Oh,
that's a real good
Sam,
snipe.
I don't think the 10,000 hammers did it.
I don't think that
I
they
don't
did
think
it
the
either.
10,000 hammers did it.
Are we doing 2 out of 3 or 1 and done?
Well, now, I mean, yeah.
I know he's learning to snipe. What?
I was asking, are we doing 2 out of 3 or is it 1 and
Oh, I
done?
don't care.
Let's run it back.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh my god, I highly doubt that will happen again.
You never know.
Fool me once, shame my
Okay, y'all, you gotta look alive. This is good. Y'all in the chat feeling some type of way, baby. This is good. This is good practice because y'all Okay, y'all gotta be prepared out here in these streets. Y'all make sure y'all are tapping that screen while we're going through Q&A. Now, this is what I was telling y'all. When y'all are going to like non-profits, okay, these conferences and these classes, and they're telling you that people are just going to give you money out of the goodness of their heart. No, they're not going to do that, because there's so many nonprofits now. Everybody has different things or causes that are near and dear, like, to them. You know what I mean? Like, there's nonprofits for everything. There's nonprofits, to help people get through cosmetology school. There's nonprofits to help people have housing for school. There's nonprofits to buy college kids books. There's nonprofits to buy girls, prom dresses that can't afford them. There are nonprofits that feed the homeless. There are nonprofits that help, like I used to volunteer for Dress for Success, and we had to run the closet and stuff and get all of the donations and get them cleaned up and set up like the boutique and stuff. And so it was a whole thing. Like, the women could come in and get the clothes for their interview. If they got the job, I think we were supposed to give them 1 or 2 weeks worth of clothes that they could wear. And then we worked with another nonprofit that paid for them to get like their hair done, their makeup done, all that kind of stuff. So long story long, y'all, hey, don't miss the doubles. Somebody sent me like 3 mariachis or 2 mariachis. Hurry. It's only 11 seconds left. The gifting total is $850, y'all. We can't 1 cent it. Thank you. Hey, we need another one. Woo, child, y'all stress me out. Thank you, Sid. Thank you, Swim. Thank you, Glorious Locks, child. Y'all stressing me out. Drop. Okay. The long story long. You, like, the same way that like a person has to compete for a customer to make a sale in their business, you like have to compete to get someone to donate their money to you now, or donate their time to you, because there are very like, I almost want to call it like a niche, niche causes, but they're literally niche causes, and you can donate to the niche cause. So like, let's say you really, really love veterans because your daddy and your grandpa and your aunties and your uncles, they were all military veterans or something like that. So you may want to spend all your time donating money, for stuff for the veterans or something like that. Long story long, just because you're a nonprofit doesn't mean you don't have to brand yourself or market and build up your community and your audience. You still do if you want people to give you their money. Like that, I mean, it's just how it works. And a lot of y'all have this mindset. You're like, oh, I have a nonprofit, so people are just going to give me stuff. And they won't. I've worked for a lot of nonprofits. And baby, when I say like fundraising is a thing, and it's a full-time job, and some of them have teams of like fundraisers that literally there's like 8 or 9 people. All they do is call people, take people to lunch, drop off fruit baskets, invite people to philanthropic events, organize silent auctions. Like, literally, that's all they do all day. Work with other companies trying to get free stuff, so that whenever people donate you stuff, that they can turn around and give out baskets of free stuff and gifts to like their regular donors. It's a real thing. It's a real thing. It's a real job. Don't think because you went and got a nonprofit that now you're like, oh, this is my nonprofit, and people are just going to pour money in. No, they need to see the work that you're doing. They need to see the service projects out here in these streets. They need to be able to see like who you're impacting. They need to know a little bit more about the people behind the nonprofit. Like, what are you guys doing on a day-to-day, and how their money is being used. They need to know, you know what I'm saying? Like what's really happening. So the same way somebody that has a for-profit company would be sharing like behind the scenes about their brands and stuff, a nonprofit is literally going to have to share like who they're helping and who they're assisting and how. You said dinner at the gala tables are $250 per seat. Yeah, $250 per seat, or sometimes for a table you may have to pay like $5,000 for a table. And some of them that they do, they'll have they're like coated, like they're color coded with different tablecloths or different chairs and stuff, so you know what's happening with the different donors. Y'all make sure y'all are tapping that screen. Yes, end defenders, be on the lookout. But yes, so I don't know why though. I'm not gonna lie. Glorious Locks, thank you for my Galaxy pen. Thank you for my mariachi hat. They did it again. Gang. Thank you, Swim.
That was loud as fuck, bro. Savage. Let's go.
Nice.
He did the witches. Oh my
Blended
God,
with the
Savage
witch.
and Benji and Seven Blended. What the fuck is going on in here, guys?
Blended with the witch. Let's go blended.
Dude, that witch is loud as fuck in my ear.
The witch is
Fucking
crazy.
Blended.
I think it's funny they
What's
still
up,
have it.
Benji?
MVP.
Amanda.
Ham in the chat.
Cabby
MVP.
Holly.
MVP.
Corwin.
P.
Kim. That's a
Glorious
Jamie.
Lights
Blended, guys. Pick
SNHB.
up 7 blended.
Beginner's Swim.
MVP
Queen
Pam, guys.
Niche.
It's okay, it's okay, it's okay.
Good job, y'all. That was a good snipe. Lily said, dang, whatever, girl, y'all better get on in defender practice.
He's about snipe training.
Holy shit.
It is snipe. Look, I'm trying to get my people over here into snipe training. That's a good snipe. That's what I said, baby. I can't do nothing but respect
Look at
it.
him. He all grown up.
No snipe, baby. Those snipes are clean.
Oh, Tyler, your 3 points are so cute.
You know what? Martin's down there tapping away for Tyler.
They're saving everything for my stuff today.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you have a big
All
battle.
right,
You have a big
gotcha.
battle tonight.
I have my very first ever official Road to Superstars.
Oh, congratulations. What time is it at?
8:30.
8:30 Eastern. Okay. I'm gonna try and pull up if I can. I definitely will. That's exciting. Okay.
It's one of those stupid 3 out of 5s. I hate those.
Oh, it's out of 5. Damn. That's crazy.
All right, y'all. We're gonna go find somebody else to pick on. I know you're doing your thing down there, so it was nice meeting you, and I
Nice
appreciate y'all
meeting
taking
you
the
too.
battles.
Okay. Tyler, Shauna, Fem.
Bye, y'all.
Later, everybody.
Chad, hope y'all is taking lessons, honey. Okay. Lily said, dang, baby, because if you look at the score, it was a snipe, but it wasn't like a high snipe. Shout out to everybody that gifted and everybody that was tapping that screen. Okay. Baby, y'all better learn out here in these streets. Uh-oh. Hey, Dr. Daphne, what's your question?
Hello, Miss Ashley.
Hello.
So after yesterday's training, I think I need to go back to my authentic broadcasting. You and I had a conversation some years ago about that.
Mhm.
And I want to be able, because back then I never charged anybody a fee.
Mhm.
And I've been so much away for free, and my money is funny. I can't get to invest in what I need to invest. So my question is, what would you suggest me doing to start pull some revenue in for the people I'm going to interview?
So let me make sure I understand you properly. Are you trying to pull in revenue from the people that you're interviewing, or are you trying to use the interviews as a way to create revenue?
I was asking about it to initially get it from the people I'm interviewing. That was my thought.
So if people are going to be paying for interviews, what type of audience are you giving them the opportunity to be in front of? Because you have to have a very specific audience, and it's going to have to be an audience that your interviewees find valuable. So like, for instance, if you were like, oh, you can come over here. I'm just going to use myself as an example because I do business. And let's say I have a business show and I have 25,000 people that tune in or something like every Thursday night to this particular business show. And I have an email list that has 350,000 business owners on it. And on our replays, when we post it on YouTube, we get an average of, 225,000 views within the first 7 days or something like that, right? Someone like, if they're in business, they may pay for an interview spot with me because of the exposure. They see the value in the audience and them being able to make their offers and build up their list and build up their following off of that. So my thing is, if you're going to charge the interviewees, what are you offering the interviewees to justify the charge?
Okay. I'm glad I asked. I think I need to leave that thought until after I get my thing with you set up and everything like that.
Mhm.
And I need to find another way to do that. But I know that's where my strength is, and that's where people know me from for a long time, from I used to do blog talk and all of those things.
So what about taking your older interviews or sessions and packaging them up and making them like low tier so people can grab them? So like if there's a package on, like a set of interviews on success or a set of interviews on parenting or set whatever they're on, but you may be putting them in categories and starting the process of charging that way. Or maybe you can do them for free, and then but if people want like live access and they want to be able to ask questions or submit questions to the interviews, maybe they can pay a small fee like $4.99 a month or $5.99 a month, like building in something in your audience where they get something, in exchange for their payment.
Yes, I agree with that, and that has been part of my thought process as well. The thing with that all of my TV interviews are on those U-matic tapes. So I need to find a system to convert those so I can repurpose them, because I have all those shows for over 20 plus years.
Oh, wow.
I have all those interviews. I have them stored. As a matter of fact, they're still in Connecticut and I have to bring them to Florida now. But I have not discarded. So this is why I need to set up my thing to work with you so I can get my stuff all sorted out. So
I think
thank you.
Oh, that was an accident. You're welcome, Dr. Daphne. I think y'all done popped lipstick on myself. It's very realistic looking. That was an accident. So one of the things that I would do, Dr. Daphne, is seeing, because there's going to be a process of getting your tapes transferred. And I do believe that there's always a way that you can make income, like immediately. So is there any type of like group or membership or organization you can put together? Or do you have access to any of the things that you've done recently that you can package together? Or could you do like any type of workshops or anything like that to be able, to be able to offer something to your audience?
Okay. I'll think about that. I'm sure I can, because I have things I've been doing on StreamYard that went to my Facebook, on my, what else? On my YouTube, but I don't have a lot of people on YouTube. So I would have to do the ones I have on StreamYard and then move them from there to somewhere else.
Okay. Well, StreamYard is pretty easy though to convert them if you want to move them over to YouTube, or if you want to put them inside of like maybe a Google Drive or something like that. That's absolutely something. That's absolutely something that you could get done.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have to get a little team to help me, because I'm here struggling with stuff I don't have the expertise in, because my passion is the talking and doing that part of it. So
yeah.
All right.
It's just about putting together a plan and activating your audience. Or if you don't want to repackage your old content, you may be able to actually like create a product that you can offer to the audience and they can start the process of purchasing it.
Okay. I want to repackage the old one, because I have some powerful interviews in that. I even have global interviews. I've interviewed people in Israel and stuff. So I have great content.
Yeah, I understand, but I'm just talking about something to do in the meantime, because 20 years of interviews and content to have to get them moved off of tapes is going to be a time-consuming process. And so realistically, you don't want to be in a position where you're waiting for 6 months or 7 months or however long it's going to take the conversion process to even have the opportunity to put together a product to make money. Like, you need something that can be monetized now, while that's being done.
Yeah, so my focus then is to start with those that I have on StreamYard, and then some on Facebook and things like that, and even some on that too, and take the watermark off and do what I need to do. So
right on. Sounds good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. All right. See you.
Any other questions, you guys? Because if I don't see any more questions, baby, I'm finna be out of here because we've been on here since 11:16 and it's 6 minutes away from 2. Okay. We're approaching, we're 2 hours and 36 minutes. By the way, y'all make sure y'all click the link in the bio. Okay. Tap the first button so you can get the brand identity special for $16 instead of $149.97. And you can learn why social branding is important and how to connect with your audience in your 10 steps to building a successful brand. Because if you found today helpful, you're going to love that particular training. So, go click the link in the bio and get it. Okay. $16 make you holler. We like $16, baby. That's lunch. That's less than a value meal at McDonald's right now. You just getting a notification, baby. That's crazy. That's why I told everybody they gotta share, and invite, because at this point in time, I'm definitely like in the shadow band, in the shadow band gang, and we got to get unshadow banned. Okay. I want to be out here free again, where notifications flow freely. That's what we need to be. We need to be back in the space where the notifications flow freely out here in these streets. So yeah. So y'all do what y'all need. Y'all do what y'all need to do. Anyway, you love it here. I love you guys too. Thank you so much for your knowledge and time. You're very, very welcome. You said it costs $25 to eat at Five Guys with a burger and some fries. Baby, what you talking about? Okay. So you might as well click the link in the bio, tap the first button and get the $16. Hey, Lady O, what's going on? Gorgeous. How are you doing? Miss you. All right. Anyway. Oh, you still talking? Yeah, that's what live streamers do. You circle back because you missed us? Child. Charles come in here and say the wildest stuff. Oh, you're still talking? Well, that's what we do on a live stream. We talk. I'm going to try. I'm going to just sit here and say nothing. Y'all tell me how y'all feel. Oh, yeah. Okay. That's stupid. Anyway. Anyway, I love you guys back. Anyway, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are on the planet Earth. Thank you so much for coming to hang out with us. If it's morning time or daytime where you are, have a productive and a prosperous day. If it's evening time, get yourself a good night's rest. Again, y'all click the link in the bio, tap the first button. Remember the $16 deal. Baby, we drop a new one every day leading up to the month of May. If you have not registered for my birthday party and battle on TikTok, please click the link in the bio, first button. Okay, we got DJs, we got musical guests. We're going to have all kinds of games and stuff. It's going to be litty, okay? Litty. The first big birthday battle will start at 7:16 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're doing three one and dones. 3 one and dones is what we're doing out here in the streets, all right? I will see you guys later.